When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government and to provide new gods for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having indirect object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish their right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together a legislative body that places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. He has refused for a long time, after such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative power, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states, for that purpose obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of land. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amounts and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. He has kept among us, in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. He has affected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our government, for suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burned our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the work of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy, scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive on the high seas, to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections among us, and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is an indistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our emigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace friends. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of a right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Love it. Absolutely love it. That was a Declaration of Independence. That was written by Thomas Jefferson, one of our founding fathers, one of the greatest men, in my personal opinion, ever live in this country. And what he did for us was incredible. And that was Robert F. Kennedy Jr. John F. Kennedy Jr. reading it. They were freedom fighters. That's what we are. And that's what we're doing today. We got to stand together and fight against this tyranny. And as you can see from the title of this video, are we the divided states of America? I think we are right now. And unfortunately, we may have to make some big moves to get up out of here, man. Because I got a funny feeling there's going to be some stuff coming down the pike. So we got to be careful. We got to stick together, stand together. Again, I couldn't ask for a better group of people to fight alongside of me against this tyranny than the Bitcoiners for Freedom group, Bitcoiners in general, and freedom fighters like yourself. What is up, guys? It is Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. As you can see here, we're at the Bitcoin block height of 919,000. 251. That one says something different, though. Let me see. Let me update. Yeah, 919,251. TikTok, next block. Hope everybody's well. Boy, if you guys can see the behind the scenes up in here, boy, it's crazy. I just grabbed me a ice cream cone in the freezer. I was like, damn, I haven't had ice cream in a while. Let me get a piece of that. So why not? Why not? So let's check the wheel, see who's here, and we'll get it rolling. Put anonymous on here. Oh, man, I got a fly in here, man. I left the I've been leaving the doors open last couple of days. Anonymous, Hodler, my girls, Flipper. I missed them, man. Golly, they left this morning. The Packer family. And boy, I'm gonna tell you, we had such a fun time. They were here for a good time, not a long time. But next time they will be. So we're good. Bitcoin Kitty, what's up, brother? I got you on the wheel. How are you, man? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Hello, Jerry, wonderful fam. Miss you all very much. Don't put me on the wheel. I have to work. I'm not stacking hard enough. Bless you, Freedom fam. No doubt. Emily, you working new hours, huh, Em? Looks like last time I seen you doing that too. Let me turn this fan on. Hold on. Well, get that money, Emily. Get that money. We love you. You know that. Ice. Oh, hi, all. I'm early, I see. Yeah. You came early, man. We're just chilling out. You know what I mean? Kind of a light news day today. Let me put you on the wheel, sir. Good to see you, man. Let's see. Ice. Oh. Thanks for coming back, man. Good to see you. Jay Remmer says, don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone, brother. Thank you, man. I'm glad you told them. They won't listen to me. You know that. Jay Remmer, thanks for saying that, man. Damn, this ice cream is pretty freaking good, man. Fanny, I'm going to have to put that food in the oven here soon. You got to tell me how to do it again. Vic Shoes. Hey, Jerry. Hey, fan. Vic, how are you, sir? Good to see you, man. How are you? How's the wifey? How's the kids? And how's the weather out there, man? Very good to see you, Vic. Thanks for coming back. Emily. Jenny Legendary. Hold on. Let me check Jenny. Jenny likes to drop heavy stuff up in here. Let me see. Make sure I don't miss Jenny. Jenny's a sneaky girl. Okay, not yet. Thank you, Jenny, for being here. Jenny Legendary. Pull up speed just in case. Let me put you up on here, Jenny. Jenny, we love you. She is a legendary human being on this channel and in this group. Jenny, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. We love you, Jenny. You know that. Smash that like. Not sure about that subscribe thing, though. Sounds like a trap. Yeah, it is a trap. You know, because if you do that, then I'm just definitely going to make sure you never leave. Speaking of a trap, here's Jenny right here. Speaking of the devil, Jenny with a Gen Zap on speed. Thank you, Jenny. There's a reason you did it on speed. I wonder what that is. Thank you so much, Jenny. God, I wouldn't know what to do without this woman. For real, Jenny, me and the backpacker family been talking, Jenny, about getting us a place. We're serious about that. And we're going to do it, Jenny. Well, hopefully you come with us. You know? Woke up bullish. Hello, Jerry fans. It's been a while. Glad to be back here. He woke up like this. Woke up. What's up, bro? Where you been at, man? Woke up bullish. He woke up like this. Where you been at, man? You been all right? Everything good? Good to see you, man. Grasshopper is in the house. Grasshopper. Thank you so much for joining our group. It's very good to see you in there, man. Good to see you. How are you? How's the hubby and how's the kids? How's everything, Grasshopper? Jen, hello. We'll miss you, Emily. We sure will. We sure will. Emily gets sats, boy. Hopper. Hey, Vic Shoes, Grasshopper, Woke Up Bullets, ISO, Bitcoin Kitty, and Jay Rimmer. Fanny's in the house. Fanny, how are you? How you guys getting along? You guys there yet? You should be, right? Unless you stop. What we say it was 9 hours? 8. You should be close to being there. Hello, Jen. How are you? Love it. What's up, brother? My man. Backpacker, man. This guy's living the life, boy. This is my man right here. Me and Backpacker hung out real good, man, these last couple days. Got to know each other a lot better, man. And he can come back anytime, him and his family. Him and his beautiful family, man. What a guy, man. What a guy. Driving but listening to. Okay, you're not there yet. Okay, good. Good. You guys stay safe. BTC Fanny Packer. Almost home. 3 more hours. 3 more hours? You must have stopped, huh? You must have stopped. BTC Backpacker. Vic. What you eating, Jerry? I'm eating ice cream. I'm eating a ice cream cone. I ate a little bit of that fettuccine too this morning, just a little bit. But you got to tell me how to warm that food up again, Fanny. Please and thank you. Thank you again, Fanny. Jen, Bullish, boom. KDM, Grasshopper, boom. What's up, Backpacker? Chipotle for Jerry? No, not for me. I can't afford that. Jay Remmer, boom. WUB. Woke Up Bullish, doing great. Putting in job applications. How are you? Yeah, my glasses are messed up. My grandson's having a good old time. He woke up, Fanny. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say, where they at? Because, again, it's out of sight, out of mind. He's 3. You don't know. But as soon as if he hears y'all voice or sees you, oh, boy, he'll go crazy. Vic, salute to you. Backpacker, my fave Backpacker fam. Yes, it is. Doing good, Jen. I've been doing the same thing myself. That's right. Quinny, the beautiful one. Quinn, how are you? Hello, Jerry and the Freedom fam. Drop a like at the door. Thank you, Quinny. Appreciate that. Quinn the winner. Another lovely lady. And we got some pretty ladies in our group, don't we? My goodness. Just making these kids some dinner, so I'm in the background for now. Okay. I got you, Grasshopper. If you win, I got you. Don't worry about it. Let me know if you leave, though, which I don't think you will. Jen, hope the applications are going well. 2 hours left. Oh, 2 hours now. Okay, good. Good. You drive safe. Bullish, my guy. How you doing? Yeah. Quinn Packer. Love the new name, by the way. Yes. Oh, it's Quinn Packer. I didn't even see that. She changed her name. Oh my God. Let me put it on there. Quinn Packer. Love it. And Quinn, let me tell you something. You couldn't come to a better family than them. For real. Bullish, you missed. We were on Jerry's live Friday and yesterday. We missed you. Yes. Yeah, you got to go back and watch that. It came to the house, man. We had a good old time. I got a reply back this morning for a job I've done the last 10 years telling me I don't meet their qualifications. Totally sus. Wow. Seriously? Doing well, Jerry. The wife is halfway done with grad school and counting down the days. Boys are crazy per usual. Going to get started on dinner in a few. Okay, man. I'm glad to hear that. Man, that's a good husband right there and a good father, man. Good man, Vic. That's what I'm talking about. And, bro, I appreciate you coming in listening to me, man. I know you're a busy guy coming in, doing the stuff you're doing and got me on in the background and stuff. It means a lot, man. I appreciate that. Seriously. Jen, that just means that they don't want to pay you what you deserve. Exactly. That's sus. Because you said nobody sends you nothing on speed. They don't, Jenny. Thank you so much, Jenny. Not as much as Strike. So thank you so much, Jenny. That was a big zap. I appreciate that. I never take that for granted, ma'am. Seriously. Backpacker agreed. Yes. Jerry, age 47 is at, AG 47 is at 53, my friend. Buckle up. Yeah, I saw that, man. I'm so happy about that too, man. Creole the Traveler, how are you, man? Good to see you, brother. How you been doing? Did you get yourself some Bitcoin yet, Creole? I'm never on time, but I get to where I'm supposed to be as fast as I can. That's right. Fanny Packer's driving and says, hi, all y'all. Yeah, that's good. She's a good driver. Been doing good, Jerry. Looking for a new job. Took a little social media break. Okay. I understand. Am I part of social media? Woke up. Hello, Packer fan. Fanny, thank you. Backpackers goals for real, man. Oh my God, he is goals. He's young too, man. He's only 38 years old. I tried many different wallets, been hesitant to get speed, but since I got to join the wheel, I realized how good of an onboarding app for new people. Yeah, it's just a beginner wallet, man. That's all. Just a beginner wallet. 2 hours, my bad. Okay. Instructions: put some slices of your pepper jack cheese on top. Keep uncovered. $3.75 for 30 to 45 minutes. Let me take a picture of that. Take a picture of that, Fanny. Let's see. Thank you so much. Thank you, Fanny. I know you're typing the backpacker, but I'm doing good, Fanny Packer. Thanks for asking. I've been missing out. I got to go back and check out some previous lives and videos. Yeah, man, it was pretty nice. It was pretty fun, man. Pretty fun. Jen, be a nurse on our homestead. Yeah. Jen, I'm in the same boat. Been a stay-at-home dad for 1.5 years now. Layoffs suck. Applications all day long here. Yeah, man. It does suck, brother. And I know you're a young man too, man. I know you're a young man. Yes, Jerry, don't pop me on the wheel. I'm in and out tonight. I love you all and blessings to everyone. Thank you, B. Good to see you, man. Creole Travis said, nope. Okay. Man, how do you feel about that? I was telling you to buy Bitcoin when it was in the 20s, brother. And now it's 100-something thousand. You'd have been sitting pretty, man. If I told you, get rid of some of that precious metals, because precious metals have doubled now, about doubled, 45%, something like that, since 2023. And Bitcoin is 5x, 6x, man. So you might want to, it ain't too late though, Creole. You might want to think about getting you a little bit, Creole. Hello, everyone. Lauren Stern, what's up, brother? Creole, do you want me to put you on the wheel? You want me, because I'm giving away free Bitcoin if you win. Do you want me to put you on or no? Lauren, good to see you, brother. My man, Lauren Stern. We're going to meet him on his birthday next April. April 28th is his birthday. Big shoes. Wow. Sounds good. I need something to make some fiat too, though. Got to keep stacking somehow. Yeah, for real. Vic, keep at it. Positive vibes. Exactly. Yeah, man. It's tough out here, man. Especially for young guys like you. I'll take free. Okay. Do me a favor, Creole. There's a link down below in my description. Creole the Traveler. It's a speed wallet. Click on that. Go down there. Click on that. You'll get 500 Satoshis if you move some later on. But click on that speed wallet and then create your name on there. And then, use my QR code when you click on there. And then you have a wallet. And then I can send you some sats if you win tonight, brother. All right? You don't even have to buy none. I'll give you some for free. Thank you, Creole. Good to see you, man. Scotty loves the hotties. He just sent in 99 sats and says, hello, Jerry. Hello, Scotty. Scotty, you doing good work, man. I listened to some of your songs last night, bro. I had no idea you made all those songs. Me, Backpacker, and Fanny were out in the back porch listening to your songs, man. That was pretty good, bro. You're doing good work, man. Good to see you, Scotty. The first time seeing the background of your house was yesterday when Backpacker was hosting. I didn't know that there was a picture in the back. It's because my head's big, the troll? I don't understand, because the picture's right here, sir. So I don't get it. And by the way, speaking of the troll, they got a song for you on there, man. My boy Scotty made a song for you. Some of the stupid shit you say, of course. Good day, everyone. How are you, Jerry? I'm going to do it, Sean Pepe. Le Pew, how are you, sir? Good to see you, man. He's back. Welcome back, man. Yeah, we had a good time, man. Good time, brother. Golly, man. God, I love the Backpacker family. I get so happy when they're on the way and get so sad when they leave, man. But they're coming back soon. So they're coming back soon, and I can't wait. You know what I mean? And Holler was very sad this morning when she had to leave. And I said, Holler, I'm gonna see you soon, honey. I love me some Holler and Flipper, man. Good morning, team. Matt, what's up, bro? Thanks for the message, and thank you so much for the kind gifts. And I read your message, Matt, so we'll see. Matt, how's the book sales going, brother? Troll Boy, Scotty wants to know if he can publish a Troll Boy song. Yeah, he did ask that. Sean just tagged you in ZBD VC. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's another It's another cool day here in Vegas, believe it or not. It's not hot. I mean, it's not cold, but it's, let's see the temperature. It's 66 degrees here. I got to be honest, it was a bit chilly this morning. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely not used to that because it was hot last year, man. You know what I mean? I mean, this year. They better bring more food next time. I hope they believe what I say next time. Laughing emoji. Huh. Okay, I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Scotty, you don't need permission. He sure don't. Not for the troll. Okay. Yeah, because that's not his real name. He's a just change the words to the troll in the song. Thanks, Backpacker. No doubt, man. All positive vibes here, man. All right, guys. Today is Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. Like I said, we're at the Bitcoin block height of 919,251. Let's do a couple of spins for today. And let's see who wins. Creo, good luck to you, man. It's your first spin. Let's do it. It's 100 sats, Creo. Ice O, congratulations. Scotty sends in another 99 sats and says, thanks, Jerry. At Jen, thanks. You are on it. Matt, I use words from his chat. Yeah, that's why he was asking. Trust me, the troll don't care. ISO, thank you. No doubt, brother. No doubt. Thank you for being here. One for you, I wouldn't be here. So I appreciate it. Ice, baby. Ice, baby. We were singing all that stuff last night. Boy, I got so surprised. Flipper and Holler know some songs that you would not believe they know. Songs from back in the 90s, like some pretty hardcore rap. I was like, what? And we was jamming last night on the porch. Hello, everyone. Just here just in the nick of time. Yeah, you missed one spin, but it's all good. Spaceman. What's up, sir? Oh, my God. I can't wait to see them again, man. Congratulations, ISO. I don't have copyright on anything on here. You sure don't. Because it's all stupid to troll. I didn't forget you, Scotty. Good game, ISO. Yeah, good game. Starting off with a win. This is going to be a good stream. Yeah, man. Absolutely. ISO. That was block 251. Let's see who can win 252. Backpackers in the house. Backpacker. The troll says, now, if you want to use Jabba the Hutt or the Kool-Aid Man, you got to ask Jerry for permission. Huh. If you want to ask Jabba the Hutt or the Kool-Aid Man, you got to ask Jerry for permission. So aren't those, that's the same person? I don't understand. The troll? Because one's a cartoon and another one's a model or something. You know, a big model thing. So I don't think that's a real person, the troll. Big shoes. Bless. Yes, you are, brother. Good game, Backpacker. Hey, yo, everyone. Hump day. Yes, it is hump day. Don't make me play it. Don't make me play it. Hump day. It is hump day, man. And we love hump day around here. You know what I mean? We know what time it is today. Right? Oh, they won't let me play it. Let me see. Uh-oh, what's going on? YouTube ain't letting me play videos? Huh. Are you trying? Uh-oh, don't tell me YouTube's messing up right now. This is not a good time because I'm about to play some videos too. Oh, they don't want me to play it. It's all good. It's about to play the Hump Day commercial from Geico from back in the days. But YouTube said, nah, we ain't doing that. I said, okay. No worries. No worries. Let me take this off. But yeah, man, we're just chilling. It's a hump day this Wednesday. And not a lot of news today. But we got a few things. Scotty sends in 99 sats. Thank you, Scotty. And he says, all right, at Trent, really? Dang. What did Trent do? What did Trent do? Backpacker, woohoo, good game, Backpacker. Good game, Backpacker. I already trademarked all of Jerry's catchphrases. I'll be expecting royalty. That's what he said. Trent, what's up, brother? How you doing, sir? Hey, Trent, have you seen Satman around lately? Because I've been wanting to ask him something. I think my girl needs saving. I mean, he'll save her, but I don't know if I want him to. He will definitely save her, but then after he saves her, he just might take her. Take a look.
Thank you. I couldn't have saved Lois without your help.
I'm aware of that.
Go to the moon. Downtown, my niggas were doing the most. Grabs on the table, yeah, I been gone. At the base, and shorty, she tryna put it over. Keep steady, I told her I'm on one. Hey, tryna make me be the bad guy. Hey, telling people that bitch you a damn love. Call me an ex, young nigga feeling paralyzed. When you don't go, can't stop, fuck a red light.
Bruce Wayne, he was with me when Joker... Is he alright? Do you know?
He's fine. Just fine.
I throw 150 for the nails. I might put a bad bitch.
Just as a reminder, don't bring your girl on Satman, man. And if you make Superman upset or jealous, you know you're doing something right. And Satman does it every time. Hey, yo, where's Scotty? Can't see him in the chat. He doesn't come in the chat, brother. He sends me 99 sats on Strike, and he puts messages in the Strike app. That's how I communicate with him. For Trent, Scotty says for 99 sats. Thank you, Scotty. Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's how we talk to him. He sends me messages. Anybody got any questions for Scotty? Ask him in the chat, and he'll respond. So yeah, man, what are we doing here? We got Bitcoin doing its thing right now as we record this. Bitcoin's price is 110,873. Let me move myself over here. But the most importantly, guys. You can get 902 sats for $1 today. $1, cuck buck. We're in epoch number 5, which means we get 3.125 Bitcoin per subsidy per block for the subsidy. We got 19.93 million supply out there already minted already. 94.92% of all Bitcoin has been mined already out of the 21 million. And we're going till about the year 2138, 2140. And we're almost at the 95% mark. We'll be there sometime in November, which would be crazy. And the last 5% will be mined and fought over the next 115 years or so. 15 years. Incredible. We are so early, man. That 99 was for Trent's royalties, Scotty says, with another 99 cents. Thank you, Scotty. He's paying the royalties. So when he makes a song, he's paying the royalties up front. Thank you, Scotty. Backpacker, I figured out why they said I didn't meet qualification. I didn't originally see they wanted a compact license and a Cali, Oregon, and Nevada license. I got my CA in Oregon lapsed long ago. Oh, okay. I understand. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get my CA license back. Okay. Is there a chance Scotty 99 is Satman? We never see his identity. That's a good question. He could be throwing us off with Trent. You know what I mean? It's a good question, Lauren. I don't know. I never thought about that. Because Scotty could be anybody, man. Scotty's just in the hiding, and he's way over there in Japan. So we don't know. We don't know. And like I said, man, gold and silver are ripping right now. Obviously, they're still doing their thing. Gold right now is at $4,200 per ounce, which is crazy. The Satman strikes again, yes. Now, some of you probably wondering, Jerry, why are you bringing this up? Who cares? It's gold. Well, gold, again, is on our team. 4,200 ounces, $4,200 per ounce is a crazy price, man. Silver right now is $53 an ounce. And for context, I personally believe, in my personal opinion, based on my studies of silver and gold, which I've done a lot of studying, silver should be over 200 an ounce and gold should be over 10,000. In my personal opinion, based on the money printing and everything else, it should be way higher. But hey, it is what it is. But gold right now and Bitcoin are tracking at 26 ounces of gold per Bitcoin. So if you want to buy a Bitcoin and you got some gold, it's going to take you 26 ounces, which is not that bad actually. The gold to Bitcoin ratio has lowered. It takes less gold now than it did, a few weeks ago. It was taking about 30 ounces of gold to get one Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin versus gold market cap is 7.35%, which is pretty high, but there's a bright light coming, guys. But we're getting there. Again, we're only 16 years old. I mean, is Bitcoin, and we're in A spot. We're in the A spot, 110,000, just under 111,000. We're at 2.2 trillion, top 10 in companies or things by market cap. So we'll see. We'll see. Silver just getting started. I hope so, man. I hope it goes a lot higher, Creo. I really do. I really do, man. Because they've been, silver's been getting the bad end of the stick, man. Gold too. Again, silver should be over 200, man. Since I've been in, I got in 2020. It should be way higher than this, man. But so much manipulation with the Crimex. And again, gold and silver are our friends. Like Creo. Creo's my boy. Creo's been watching my channel for some years. Now we fell out a little bit for different reasons, but he didn't like the fact that I bought Bitcoin. He always told me to buy silver and gold. And so far I'm winning that argument. Because again, gold was 2,500, 2,600, now it's 4,200. And again, it's about 45% higher, but Bitcoin has gone up 5x since then. So again, gold is good, but gold and silver are the slower horse in the race. And again, if you don't have Bitcoin by now, you're again, the worst allocation you can have to Bitcoin is zero. You got to get off zero, man. You know what I mean? When you buy gold and ETF or tokenize, how do you know it's really there? Do you send a photo to you every month? Joke. Yeah, right. Creo knows that. You know the term. You don't hold it, you don't own it. Simple as that. If you don't have gold and silver on your person, then you don't own it. That's another thing why I got rid of my gold and silver. And I'm not here to shit on gold and silver. I love it. But for me personally, it's just a honeypot, man. When I had my precious metals at the house, I just didn't feel comfortable with it because it's just so cumbersome, especially if you're a silver stacker. I used to have a lot of silver, man. And it's just heavy. You know what I mean? Very heavy. He says, you bout to lose. Laughing emojis. Well, Bitcoin hasn't even started yet, brother. Again, Creo, this is what I be talking about with Bitcoin. There's only 21 million coins, man, in the whole world. When you have your silver, when you look at your silver, and this is what I had to ask myself too, Creo, and I'm not making funny. I'm just saying. I'm just talking to you matter-of-factly and practically speaking here. Okay, objectively. Let's just say you have 10,000 ounces of silver, Creo, right? You got 10,000 at your house, right? Here's my questions to you. Number one is, what percentage of the money supply do you own? What percent of the silver supply of those 10,000 ounces that you have, what percent do you own globally? You don't know. You have no idea how many ounces of silver there are. That's number one. Number two, how many ounces of silver did they mine yesterday? How about tomorrow? In the future? You don't know. How much are they going to find in the future? You have no idea. You know what I do know? Bitcoin is being mined the same amount of number every single day. There's only going to be 21 million. Every 10 minutes they come out on average, 3.125. Every 10 minutes, that's 6 blocks an hour, roughly. And 6 times 24 hours, it's 144 blocks. You take 144 blocks, you times that by 3.125, that's 450 Bitcoin a day. So when someone asks me, hey, what did they mine yesterday? I say 450. What did they mine yesterday? Tomorrow, 450. How many money supply is there right now? And I'd show them this. I said there's 19.9 million Bitcoin out here right now. Bitcoin is math, exactly. It's the most finite money in the world. And you got to get your piece of this pie, man. Creo. In a digital world, we need digital money. I don't knock gold and silver. I don't have any anymore. I have 1 ounce of silver I just found the other day. I'm about to sell it, and I'm about to get a few some Satoshis for it. 3 million estimate to be lost forever. Yeah, maybe more. I'll take God's money all day, every day. Okay. Well, I believe Bitcoin's God's money too. And nobody's telling you not to take it, but to have 0 Bitcoin, you're losing right now, Creo. You know what I mean? You're losing in comparison to Bitcoin. There is no second best, brother. You know what I mean? If you'd have listened to me, your net worth back in 2022, 2023, your net worth would have been a lot higher than it is now. If you'd have listened to me. And I wasn't telling you to sell all your gold and silver. Just put 1 to 5% in. You know what I mean? But what I'm going to do, Creo, is I'm going to take my Bitcoin, and I have a specific plan I'm going to do with it. And I'm going to take a little small portion of my Satoshis, and I'm going to buy my silver back. I'm going to buy 10,000 ounces of silver, and the prestigious silver. And it's not going to take that much Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is going to be a lot more expensive than gold and silver. Hey, Jerry, welcome back. Hey, Neil, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. How are you? He's back. Yeah, I love debating the silver and gold stackers, because them boys are stubborn, man. You can't tell them nothing. That's why I'm so glad I didn't get into silver very, very early. You know what I mean? YouTube ain't work here in Canada right now. Really? Jay, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. How are you? Jay and Triple B's. Yeah, silver and gold stackers are some of the freaking Bitcoin bacon booty. They're some of the freaking most stubborn people I've ever met in my life, man. You cannot say nothing to these dudes, man. No matter how much Bitcoin beats you, you can't say nothing to them. Mine is working, Jay. Jay, I need more silver. Hey, go get you some, man. But you need some Bitcoin too, though. Ain't nothing wrong with getting silver, but get you some Bitcoin, Creo. Get off 0, man. But what do you think of gas? Not much, Trent. Not much. No reason at some point to have some of both someday, but grab the Bitcoin now. Exactly, man. Again, the worst allocation you can have is 0. And again, I was telling my silver stackers and gold stackers to buy it back then. Some of them listened, some of them didn't. Obviously, Creo didn't. And you see what happened. I sold my silver, the last part of it, in the last part of 2023. 2023. And silver was 25-ish back then, and Bitcoin was in the 30,000 range. Okay? So let's just say I had 1,000 ounces of silver. Let's just say. All right? Well, let's say I turned it in and got $25,000, right? And I turned it into Bitcoin, which I didn't have 1,000. Okay? I'm just saying. Way less than that. But let's just do the numbers. Well, that's 25,000 at, let's just say Bitcoin was 35,000. That's about 80% of a Bitcoin. You know, that's 80 million sats for 1,000 ounces of silver. Now where it's at. You know what I mean? Again, it's opportunity cost, Creo. And I'm not telling you what to do with your money. All I'm saying is, I'm not telling you to sell your gold and silver. I'm not telling you to, go all in on Bitcoin, but study it and stop being hard-headed, bro. Because if you'd have listened to me back in 2022, you'd have a lot more net worth than you do now. But I was telling you that. Is gold in the form of jewelry or better than like a coin? Nah, the coins are better, brother. The bullion's better. But it depends. It's all different. Hola, good people. Sin Diesel, what's up, sir? How are you, man? Even when I'm not debating something, I try to make everything a debate. You guys ever notice that? I'm just a debater. I love to debate. Sin, what's going on with you, brother? Sin Diesel, the Renaissance man. He knows a little bit and a lot of everything, boy. I'll tell you that. That's my sensei right there. Good to see you, Sin. Hi, Sin. Forget all that. 19 watching, but 9 likes. Everyone, hello. Hope you're good. Sharper, thanks for saying that, man. Is it that low, Sharper? Sharper, good to see you, man. How are you? I got one of my old subscribers here, Sharper, one of my silver stackers who got mad at me a couple of years ago. But if he'd have listened to me, he'd be a lot richer right now. But hey, you got to learn. You got to learn. Happy hump day, humpers. Sure, what's up, man? How you doing, sir? Sure, for the score. He never misses. Somebody never misses. I don't know who that is. Joe, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. How are you? I know you're busy, man. We're here talking gold, silver, Bitcoin, whatever. What's good, ISO? Jor, gold and silver, perfect for a caveman. That's what I'm saying, man. And again, what kind of money do you need? What kind of money do you need in the digital world? Do you need analog money in the digital world? Now, this is 1975, 1985. I'd say you don't need a digital money back then. That's an analog world. But for a digital world, I don't know. You might need some digital money. I don't know. Sharper, Jor, boom. Bitcoin for silver is the best trade I ever made. You ain't lying, brother. Oh, my gosh. Best trade I ever made. Sin. Good to see you all. Yeah. I just found I got a matter of fact. Should I show it to you? Let me show it to you. Well, let me show a commercial and I'm going to show you what I found. I can show you better. I can tell you. Let me show you Samantha for a second. And I'll show you the coin I found. Hold on. Yeah, she's got pretty good aim, guys. You see that? Did you see that coil on that gun? Crazy. All right, let me show you what I found. So I found it's Australia. It's a kookaburra. I found a kookaburra just laying around. Because I used to have a lot of silver. And every once in a while, I'll just find some random stuff. Kookaburra. And silver's $53 today. So I'm going to go down to the Nevada Coin and Jewelry. I'll probably go there tomorrow. Hopefully the price doesn't drop. And he should give me, because again, that's not a regular coin. That's a premium coin. I should get a pretty penny on that. And I'll go down there and talk to him for 20, 30 minutes. Maybe give me $55, $56. Who knows? Silver has 4x, but Bitcoin has 30x since I started, Scotty says. Silver has 4x. Bitcoin has 30x since I started. Yeah. Exactly, man. Exactly. Let's see. Moon, Sharper, Jor, boom. Okay, Sin. Good to see you all. Good to see you too, man. Good to see you. Ice. What's that say? Ice. Oh, yes. It might make sense just to get some, just in case it catches on. Creole the Traveler. Yeah. Late, but on time, brother. That's right, Sin Diesel. That's right, Cindy. Sin the King. I'm back. Was ready to blame the Jew. Whoa, 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 whoa. Salute to you. I was also a silver stacker, but once you see Bitcoin for what it really is, you cannot unsee it. All in, boy. Yeah, man. But Creole, Creole won't study though. He just comes in to argue with me every 6 to 8 months. So now that he's been wrong the whole time. But now that silver's double, he wants to come in here and do a rain dance on me. And I'm happy for him. I want silver to go up. Once you take profits and pay taxes, what you're working with, I'm not taking profits. I'll never sell my Bitcoin. If you think about selling Bitcoin for fiat, then you don't understand Bitcoin, sir. So you might want to study Bitcoin, sir. My stream cut out. Did you tell him what I did, Jerry? Kramer. What did you do, Kramer? Oh, Kramer, yeah. Kramer, he sold an Engelhart coin for Bitcoin. Tell us about that, Kramer. Kramer, what's up, brother? Did I got you on the wheel? No, I don't. Kramer, how you doing, man? Kramer. It's okay to be wrong. Just don't stay wrong. Just don't stay wrong, Creole. It's okay to be wrong, brother. Just have some take a slice of humble pie and say, you know what, I was wrong about that. Let me see what Jerry was talking about. He's been telling me this for 3 years, 4 years. I trusted him before. I trusted him when he agreed with me about silver. Maybe he's on to something. And I used to tell people that. You trust me, right? Because they came to my channel. They love me. Just a week ago when I was doing silver, but when I did something they didn't like, they didn't trust me anymore, which is weird. I don't know. I don't know. Creole the Traveler, sell? Nah, you take a loan against it. Exactly. I don't pay tax on money. Tell them, Jor. Say it again, sir. Use the system to play the system. Yeah. Russia and China stacking gold. Yeah, a lot of people are stacking gold. but they're also stacking Bitcoin. And the United States is stacking Bitcoin. A lot of people are stacking Bitcoin. And I wouldn't look at what countries are doing because they're all in debt. And when you have debtor nations, I don't think I'd copy what a debtor nations is doing. Just saying. Joshua, a bunch of beauty patriots in the house tonight. Fucking A, Jer. Love Canada, love the America. Yes, love America. We love you too, Joshua. Good to see you, man. How are you? Let me stop messing with Creole. Creole's my man. He gets a little he gets angry with me sometimes. Me and Creole is to go at it, boy. Golly, man. Yeah, because they got the guns and military power to defend it. Communism will do that to you, yes. It will, man. Me stacking Bitcoin over Russia and China, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, you talking about two communist countries, Creole. I'm sick and tired of worrying about my metals whenever I leave the house. Thank you. I got to get back home ASAP every time. I was so paranoid. Yeah, man. It's a honeypot, bro. It's an absolute honeypot, bro. Yup, LOL. For real, man. I sold 20 ounces of silver today to buy more Bitcoin. One was an Engelhard I didn't even know was in there. Nice. But it was a common gold panner one from the last year they minted. Okay. Can you give us the numbers on that, Kramer, in the Signal group? Don't give them here because I'm going to tell people to come to the Signal group and sell them the package. I listen to Da Vinci Jeremy all the time. Well, you're not doing what he's telling you to do. Or you're listening to him, but you're not acting. Knowledge is not power, my friend. Applied knowledge. You're not applying the knowledge he's giving you. He tells you to buy Bitcoin all the time. So you're listening, and it's going in one ear out the other, Creole. So what difference does it make if you... Let me stop. Creole, listen. Creole, get some Bitcoin, brother. Okay? Study Bitcoin, sir. The no tax on BTC transactions picking up traction in Congress. Just a matter of time to not worry about taxes on Bitcoin. Tell them Bitcoin. Yeah, that's man. Listen, we're not gonna have to worry about that. I'd maybe hold some gold if I had the nukes to protect it. Yeah, or if I was a communist country. Good point, Jor. Keep your gold up for safekeeping. So about the only place you can do it. And sometimes that don't even work. Nice, Kramer Industry. Look forward to hearing more. Yeah, let us know in the Signal group, man. Give us those numbers if you don't mind. Da Vinci turned into a shit corner. Yeah, because he's rich. He doesn't need Bitcoin, brother. He bought it when it was very cheap. He was buying in 2011, 2012. So he can be a shit corner. That man has a lot of Bitcoin. So I'm not mad at him for what he's doing. But he is a shit corner. He is Sharper. But he was telling people to buy $1 a Bitcoin, and you could get I believe at the time Bitcoin was $100. So for $1, you can get yourself 1 million Satoshis for $1. He said just buy $1 and get 1 million Satoshis for $1. You know how many Satoshis you get for $1 today, Creole? 900, sir. Da Vinci's sat scam or nah? What you think? What you think, guys and Jerry? Da Vinci's what? T-Sat scam or nah? I don't know what you mean by that. Do dreaming, no taxes. Well, you didn't respond to what I just said. He told you to buy Bitcoin. You didn't do that, brother. Hey, Creole, you want to come on out here? Because we never talked before. You want to come on up here? I'll send you a link. You can come up here and talk to me. And we can have a gold and silver Bitcoin debate if you like. Because this is a long time coming, Creole. I'll send you a link. You want to come on up here and talk to me and tell me why I'm stupid for buying Bitcoin? I'll invite you up. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it won't happen. Exactly. He has a lot of precious metals. Yes, and he has a lot of Bitcoin. So you're listening to half of the equation, Creole. Yes, he does have a lot of precious metals. He started with precious metals. But the other part you didn't mention is he has a lot of Bitcoin too. So you have a lot of precious metals. You listen to that part, but you don't listen to the part when he tells you to buy Bitcoin. So you want to come on up here and talk about that, sir? How do you travel, Creole, knowing your metals sitting at home? You feel okay about it? Yeah, Creole, come on up here, man, so I can talk to you, brother. Come on up, yeah. Come on up here, man, because I don't agree. Well, come on up here, Creole. You want me? Send me an email, jerrylovesfreedom@gmail.com, and then we'll talk about it. And then you tell me why I'm stupid for buying Bitcoin, and I'm going to listen to you. because I know you. I'm sure you know more about it than I do. Even though I studied silver a lot and I was in silver for a long time, and I've also studied Bitcoin a lot. So I've had both. You know, so but you could tell me why I'm stupid though. Why I'm stupid. Da Vinci made a Solana-backed token called TSAT that is backed by a certain amount of real Bitcoin. Oh, okay. Okay. Can you buy groceries with silver? No, you cannot. No, you can't, sir. Creo, have a chat, bro. Yeah. I don't agree. All right. Well, come on up here, man. Creo? A bit of silver and gold is a good thing, but Bitcoin is better. It's funny. People never take my challenge, man. You know what's funny? I have people in my real life, they run up to me because I'm a black man and I have a Trump shirt on or something like that. And they'll run up to me and they think, oh man, I'm about to destroy this dude. And I'm like, I mean, this is what I've been waiting for all my life. You're coming up to me to try to debate me? Right? Again, I'm not saying I know everything, you know, but I know things. I know a few things. So after about 2-3 minutes, they're like, oh shit. Oh, and then they get mad and rage quit and they walk away. Every time. Every time. I have never, ever, ever, ever walked away from a debate. And I've never gotten angry. I've never screamed and hollered, but they always scream and holler at me. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like when I talk to a Democrat, I feel like I'm talking like to a child or to a baby or something, because I know I have the facts on my side. So I'm just like, what you're saying is just nonsense, man. You know, and not to say precious metal stackers are like Democrats. Jor, I'm not saying you're a Democrat, Creole, but the closed-mindedness gets me, man. Jor, are you cooking? Go up and explain why you don't agree. He ain't gonna come up here. The people that talk the most crap with the Twitter fingers and stuff, they never talk to me. Creole the tribe, I highly suggest to take it up. Yeah, he ain't coming up here. Who created Bitcoin? Satoshi Nakamoto. Creo. Satoshi Nakamoto. Who created gold and silver? They never do, Jerry. They never come on. No, they don't. And again, the people that don't know me, that run up to me, and again, I'm telling you, when I say people run up to me, the two people that run up to me the most are a white liberal and a black liberal. Oh boy, I can say something, but I ain't gonna say that. Unless you say they're not happy with me. You know what I mean? Because they won't win, Jerry. Anyone who debates Bitcoin doesn't have a case. Jerry, I came to Vegas and you avoided me. Stop the cap. God, man. Creo, we talked about this, bro. You know, so let me give a little bit of backdrop. Creo got mad at me because I didn't meet him somewhere in Vegas. Creo, if I met everybody in Vegas, and I'm not shitting on you, brother, and I said this to you before, okay? Creo, I live in Las Vegas. This is one of the most hottest, used to be one of the hottest towns in the world. If I went and saw every single person that came to Vegas, I wouldn't work. I wouldn't do anything. Okay. And at the time, you weren't trying to debate me. I was doing some stuff. And you never hit me up in my messages or nothing like that. You know, but you got butt hurt when I didn't, because this is what it's all about. Creole's butt hurt because I didn't go and meet him. And we've argued about this. And I told him, and I said this a couple years ago to him, I'm going to say it to you again. I don't like emotional men, bro. And you were being an emotional man. So I would never ever I would never have an emotional reaction about a man that doesn't want to meet with me. Okay? Because I'm a man. And if I want to go see another man and he can't meet me, that other man, then I'll say, no problem. But you got all emotional about it. So Creo, if you want to come up here and talk to me, I'm giving you a chance right now. And again, when we were meeting, you weren't meeting me on some, you want to debate me stuff. You wanted to meet me like, because you were, you like my channel. So you stop the cap, Creo. And again, I'm not the one, bro. Don't come up here trying to act like I'm trying to avoid you, because I'm not. And I'm kind of glad I didn't meet you, because you're kind of weird, man. To be honest with you, a man that gets mad at a man that you don't know as a man. Come on, Creo. Did you know you're coming? Did you guys know you're gonna walk into this again, man? I'm not a YouTuber, man. I'm not a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Jor got some vibe cooking at Jor. Scotty says, got some vibe cooking going on. Yeah. Yeah. Let me stop, man. Let me stop. I don't like nobody calling me no liar, man. People don't understand how important it is. People don't understand how important it is that we don't know who created Bitcoin. Thank you. Hop up on then Cleo. He ain't gonna come up here. He is not gonna come up here. Cleo the Travel. Why would you even want to know who created Bitcoin? But who made Bitcoin? LOL, Jor. Yeah. I've gotten into a few debates and some genuinely think that whoever made it has a magic key that can force close the network. Haha. Okay. Well, you were mad, Creo. You were mad. I mean, Creo, listen, don't go there, bro. Because I can go back and show messages and everything else. So don't do that, man. Okay? You was mad, bro. That's who was mad. So don't act like I'm up here bringing this up. I mean, making this up. Because I'm not making this up. Okay? You know you were mad that we didn't meet up. You had a damn hissy fit about the shit. And I'm just like, what is he talking about? I didn't even know you wanted to meet up. Because you just randomly said you're coming to Vegas. Okay? I got family members that come to Vegas every month. I got friends that come to Vegas every month. I can't meet up with everybody. And I told you that. Creo? So anyways, forget all that, Creo. Okay, so I'm lying. You weren't mad. Whatever. Come on up here now. Let's talk. And we can straighten this out. You can tell me why I'm stupid for not stacking gold. Why I sold my gold and silver. If not, Creo. If not, then you know, you can stay in the chat. I'll just say that. Let me take a sip. Hop on Creo. But yeah, no, emotional men. Haha, yeah, emotional men do stupid things. Yeah, that's just one thing I can't do. What the heck is going on? Yeah. Dab Data, what's up, brother? How you doing? Dab Data. What I miss? I got one of my old he's one of my old subscribers. He used to love my channel. His name is Creo the Traveler. And Creo the Traveler is he's a silver stacker and he doesn't like Bitcoin. So he's always, you know, he always had something to say to me when I was transitioning from Bitcoin to silver. I mean, he always had something to say. And it wasn't very nice things. And again, I'm an energy guy, man. You know what I mean? Fanny Packer and Backpacker said Jerry's like a teddy bear, right? Because I am. I'm a very, very, very nice guy. But I tell people, just don't fuck with me, man. Because those are good people, so they're gonna get the good vibes from me. But don't be an asshole, man, with me. Because I'm telling you. And I'm not saying I'm a tough guy or nothing like, because I'm not. But I'm just not the one, man. You know what I mean? Because I will call you out on your bullshit in a minute. Okay, Scotty. Gonna keep the 1 a week average up. Hey, Jerry. Yeah, 1 a week, Lauren. That's right, Scotty. Yeah, 1 a week. It's always somebody. Sure. Creo, the paranoid traveler, because his house is a PM honeypot. Yeah. We call them 0-hour dipshits around here. Sure do. Hey, man, if you're stacking gold, you'll be all right, too. Yeah, of course. Until Uncle Sam comes a knocking. Say it again, Jay. Hello, Jerry, BTC fam. Boom, baby. What's up, Dab Data? My blood pressure's boiling here. Let me make sure I got you on the wheel. Dang, if I could post gifts in this chat. LOL. Yes. Stop the cap. It's about you lie, Jerry. What I lie about? Stop the cap. It's about you lie, Jerry. What I lie about? What I lie about, Creo? Can you tell me, please? God. Okay, Jerry. 0-hour indeed. They used to hold gold in the 30s too when that happened. Yeah. Then what happened? They used to They used to hold gold in the 30s too. Then what happened? Yep. Jerry, is this the chosen one this week? Apparently. Jerry, who's mad? Hello, everyone. Sweating and smiling together. What's up, brother? Adam. How are you? I like Creo too. He's just a little emotional sometimes. I think he's a black man. A lot of black men are emotional. I have a lot of black friends, cousins and stuff that are real emotional. I think he's a black dude. And sometimes we get emotional, man, in the wrong way. Is Creo Dave Ramsey? He probably is, Vic. Vic should know, maybe Shiv. Hello, S and ST, yes. You know what's funny? I can talk shit about black people because I'm black. So I can say everything that a white man wants to say, but he can't. But I can. That's why I say they couldn't put me on CNN with these black liberals. I would tear their ass up if they put me up there. Because you can't say that shit to me like you can with Scott Jennings and the rest of these dudes. You know what I mean? Because I know better, man. You know what I'm saying? These people are stupid as hell, and they make me sick. The dipshit has no balls. Yeah. You lying, he says. What am I lying about? Creole? Can you tell me what I'm lying about? Uh-oh. Chilling, Jerry. Okay, Deb. I appreciate you, man. That's my man, bro. We bought 901 sats for $1. Oh, man. God, I got to stop doing this. Why can't I just chill and just ignore them? I don't know, man. I used to get bullied when I was really, really small. And then I had to learn how to beat up or fight against bigger people a lot. And then anytime I see a bully or somebody fucking with somebody, I just have to do something about it. You know what I mean? Creole the Trapper, bro, just get like $10, hold it until 2028. If it's up, then you know what you missed. Yeah. Exactly. Cleo tried taking your gold on an airplane or in your travels. Yeah. Yeah, Cleo. Easy to speculate when you don't have skin in the game. Exactly. Vic, what? Haha. Joshua, Creole sounds really well liberal. Conservatives own the facts. Debate with logic. He won't come up here. I'm waiting on you to flip back to PMs. Laughing emoji. No. Creole, are you going to come up here? This is the last time I asked. I've asked like 7, 8, 9 times. Bitcoiners know that paper Bitcoin is going to get wrecked. A lot of gold bugs hold paper gold, numbers on the screen, and think it's the same. Exactly. Bitcoiners know that paper Bitcoin is going to get wrecked. A lot of gold bugs hold paper gold. Yeah. Now, I'll give it to Creole. He don't have paper silver. He's got real silver, I believe. Creole the Traveler, you're going to wait for a long time then, for real. Goofy, yeah. Was just checking on Amazon, and I've got my first review. Fires. Good, man. Good. Pause. Yes. Sorry, man. 6102, anyone? Yeah, we've heard of that. Try doing that with Bitcoin. See what happens. Creole. Preach it to him, Sin. Those people make me sick. Yeah, Sin. You're going to have some work to do when you come to Vegas protecting me, man, because I got a lot. Sin, you got to have somebody on our 3, 6, 9, 12. Jesus. Sin's like, come on, man. I just want to have a good time, Jerry. Stop talking, because it Sin's my bodyguard. You know what I mean? So I gotta be careful. These people make me sick. They do. Oh, make me sick. That's a royalty. Maybe. What up, Sin? Boom. Creole the Travel. You should DYOR read the big print by Lawrence Lepard, a PM stacker. Yeah. Do your own research. Read the big print. Yeah. I got a funny feeling he won't, though. Can't tell you what you might be lying about, but you're lying. LOL. Yeah. He won't tell me what I'm lying about. I just told you what he did. I just said it. So they'll just say stuff, man. Okay. That's all I'm saying. What's good, Dad? Boom. Jerry, I absolutely hate bullies. Me too, man. Creole, the 3 keys to winning in Bitcoin is conviction, time, and solvency. The longer you wait. Yep. That's right. Sin, what's that? Matt FRL, facts. Hola, Vic. Boom. Chilling, Sin, watching the fight go down. Boom, boom. Not today, but I'll pull up, Jerry. Now, that sounds like a threat, Creole. What you mean pull up? Pull up to what? What you gonna pull up to? Creole? What you gonna pull up to me somewhere? Where you gonna pull up to? You threatening me, Creole? What you mean pull up? Because pull up means something different with me. So you can send me a email if you want to pull up, and you let me know where you want to pull up, and I'll be there first. How about that? Might as well today, yeah. Creole the Traveler, sneak attack? Yeah, I don't like shit like that, man. We talking about pulling up to me. I'll pull up first. You just need to stay inside at this point with all the bodyguards you're gonna need, yeah. You know what my dad used to tell me before he died? Okay, so what I'm doing with silver. No, I want to know what you meant by you about to pull up. What you meant by pulling up, Creel? Forget the silver. What you talking about pulling up? Pulling up where and when? That's what I want to know. Oh man. Like I said, I'm not a nice guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Might as well today. A sneak attack? You just need to stay inside of it. Yeah, that's right. Bro, I'm coming to have a good time, not do time. Nah, I ain't gonna put you in that situation, sis. I ain't gonna put you in that situation. But like my daddy told me, he said, Jerry, you too big, man. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. Somebody might, do something to you, Jerry, like that, because people ain't gonna want to fight your big ass. He's always telling me that. He said, be careful, man, because he's been with me a couple times when I got fucked with sometimes. That's some op behavior, Creel to travel. Yeah. What are you talking about, man? Wow, interesting, Creel. Yeah, I'll call it out, Jerry. Yes. Stern, you'd be the dude to take a bullet for somebody, but also the reason you guys are getting shot at. Yeah. Creel, the time to bounce, my man. Yeah, for real. Yeah, man. Like I pulled up today, Jerry, you're emotional. Shake my head. Oh, pull up like on the internet. Okay. Online pulling up. Okay. I'm emotional. Okay. Yeah, I do get emotional sometimes. I do. I'm a black man. I get that way sometimes. But I also have I try to control my emotions with my logic too. You know what I mean? But Creel, I asked you to come on up here and you didn't. So, we can do this face to face on the internet, face to face, and we can let the marketplace decide what are the best ideas. Because you got some ideas and I got some ideas, so we can trade the ideas back and forth and let the marketplace decide. And I'll say that nice and calmly, sir, so I don't get emotional. I'll try to be logical. Jen, LOL. Yes, man. Online pull up. Yeah, dead. Yeah. Gra. I think he may have meant he will come on live another day. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I jump to conclusions, Sin. That's all. Oh, man, Sin. Oh, my God. Jerry, you sound like a Democrat to me. Yeah, sometimes I do that, Jor. You know what's about Jor? I think it'll be like this with Sin, too. If I ever got into it with somebody, like if I was getting into with somebody and Jor was standing right there, like there's not a lot of people probably can calm me down. I think Jor and Sin could, though. And Jor just say something funny to me and start making me laugh. And then Sin would physically say, hey, you're not doing this, Jerry. And I say, okay, Sin. LOL. Needs to be clear at Sin Diesel. Yeah. What the? Today sounds like a good day for it. You're here already, Cleo. That's what I mean. He's typing. Is he typing, Jor? I think things get lost in textlation. Yeah. Yes, Sid. For real. He got to repair his arguments and realize it's a lost cause at this process. Yes. That's exactly what I said. Sheesh. Okay, I'm sorry, Creo. I apologize about that, man. I took that the wrong way, Creo. I thought you meant like pull up to my house like you're going to do something to me. As a man, you got to protect you and your family and stuff. So I apologize about that. You know what I mean? I got a little, and I did get a little emotional on that. So I'm sorry about that. Listen, I'm not too big to say I'm wrong about something. You know what I mean? Because some people will just carry on. I say, you know what? When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if you didn't mean like pulling up to me and do something to me physically, I completely apologize about that. And I'm sorry. But what I'm not sorry for is buying Bitcoin and telling you to buy some and looking at it and studying it. Okay. Because Creo, I want the best for you, man. You know what I mean? I want the best for you. Lots of people turn to Bitcoin after realizing they can't prove it wrong. For real. I just don't want him to get wrecked, man. That's all. Dude, I've been arguing with this dude for 3-4 years. I don't know. He just won't listen to me. So anyway, what were you talking about tonight, Jerry? Loves free. LOL. Yeah, I know, right? Oh my God. Bitcoin is to crypto what gay is to 2S LGBTQ plus I plus. Yeah. True. Lauren, yes. You are a true conservative, Jared. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate it. The knobs. The knobs almost snapped off the mic when Jerry thought he was getting pulled off. Oh my God. But Backpacker's over here. He was talking to me about that. And his son was talking to me when I do that. That's my little this is my little common thing, you know. I just gotta you know what I'm saying? Creole, not. Hello, I have come to talk about why you're wrong about Bitcoin. Good evening, Ginger. What's up, sir? How are you, man? Good to see you, man. Oh my gosh. Jor, you're a fool, man. Jor is so damn funny, man. Oh my gosh. Jor, we got episode 88 coming up in a couple days. Yes, they did, Jor. So how about that 15 day of the shutdown? Right. We're gonna talk about that. What's up, Ginger? I'm out. Peace, love, boom. Okay, Creole. No doubt, man. I'll see you next time. Okay, I'll take you off the wheel, sir. Yeah, Creole's a good guy. Creole's a very, very good guy. Bye, Creole. Hey guys, GOW, what's up, bro? One leaves, another one comes. One leaves, somebody replaces them. Geo. Scotty sends in 99 sats. Thank you, Scotty. Take me off, Jerry. Got to run. No doubt, Scotty. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Hate to see you go, Scotty. We love you, man. Thank you. Buy some sats. Peace, Creole. Boom. Creole, have a good night, son. Hey, Dab Data. GOW, what's good? Adios, Creole. Come back when you're ready for real debate. Salute to you. Ginger, salute. Jor, LOL. Jor's a fool, man. Later, Scotty boy. Jor's a fool. He's a fool, man. All right. Ice O and Backpacker won the first two spins. And let's see who can win the next two spins. 253. Quinn. Creole out. Yes. GOW spent last 15 minutes trying to fix my YouTube. Could not get 50% of videos or this live stream to work. Dab data. Yeah, somebody else said that too. That YouTube wasn't working. Hey, 88 SAS Radio. Quinn Packer. Woohoo, Quinn. Yes. Quinny. Sorry about that, Quinn. And Grasshopper and the ladies for you hearing me talk like that. I'm very sorry about that. Congrats, Quinny. Thank you, no doubt. Thank you, man. Congrats, Quinn. GOW, mine too. Good games, Quinn. Quince, YouTube be glitchy today. Yeah, I was just doing that. We're gonna watch a video here soon. Hopefully we can. In your defense, Jerry, you guys were talking about literal meeting in your area. Then he said pull up. It was his bad. Okay. I mean, you know, I try to be the bigger man, but that's how I took it, Sharper. But when he said he didn't mean it that way, I had to say, okay. You know what I mean? Because I can't think for him when he's saying it in a thing because he didn't come up here. And I could have read it out of context, but that's exactly what I was thinking, Sharper. Exactly what I was thinking. You know what I mean? Good game, Quinny. Congratulations, Quinn. GOW, I thought it was just me that the chat kept crashing, so I had to watch on my laptop and chat on my phone. Wow. YouTube must be updating something. Funny how the ladies just got mute when there's trouble brewing. I know. That's why I said I'm sorry. Because ladies not here for that, man. The guys like shit like that. Steven, what's up, bro? Steven, we were talking about you, man. Me, Backpacker, and Fanny. How you doing, Steven? I want you to get more active in the Signal group, man. We're gonna be talking about some stuff. About getting some land, hydroponics and stuff like that. That's your expertise. And we're gonna do the damn thing, Steven. What's up, brother? Congrats, Quinn. I had to use a totally different browser. Wow. Damn. Blunt, man. Radio, because they respect and let the boys dug it out. Yeah. Time to switch to Bumble, I guess. Probably. Yeah, I thought YouTube was pissed because I've been a little too brave these past few months. If you know, you know. What's up, Jerry? I'm good, man. What's up with you, brother? Oh, no, I pop the popcorn and sit back and watch. Okay. Blunt, man. I ain't got Signal. Oh, you got to get on the Signal group, man. Got to get incentive. I do know hydroponics. You sure do. Canada has a lot of good land. Canada. Oh, man, it's too cold up there, though, bro. LOL, Jen. Jerry, where I'm from, South Central LA, pull up means what it sounds like. Thank you, Dap. I mean, but I ain't gonna bring up bowls, so I ain't gonna bring up bowls. Who's got over under on Trumpster making a deal to end the Ukraine conflict? Sorry, the money laundering conflict. Yeah, operation. I got money on him doing it. Is Pomp a BTC Maxi? That's the question. That is the question. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Speaking of which, Brave is the main rounds where I could not get to work correctly. LOL. Wow. Wouldn't be the first time a YouTuber got Vegas. Yeah, I was. You know what? I was thinking about that. I was actually thinking about that because people are right in the middle of the street, for YouTube beef. So I got to chill, man. I got to chill, bro. I got to chill, man. Rado, we like our 2A rights too much. Yeah, George seems to be enjoying his new home. You got a new house? Hard pass on Canada. No offense, George. Yeah, no offense, George, but I'm not going to move to Canada. GOW chaos, yeah. All right, let's do another spin. And let's see who can get the win. Yeah. Flipper. That's my girl. Flipper. Who's my favorite, Flipper or Hodler? That was a debate when they were over here. But that is my girl, Flipper. You guys know who Flipper is? If you don't, take a look.
I'm Flipper. This is Little Slip. And I just want to say good morning to all of you and have a great day and keep on stacking those sats. Buckaroo salute.
Woo!
That's my girl right there. That girl's something else, boy. She is something else. I could tell you stories about Flipper. God, Flipper is such a freaking character, man. That little girl is such a freaking character. Trent, you basically live in Canada now, except you have way more rainbow flags and crime. Okay. His new home for videos. Yes. Oh, got you. Yeah. Radio Canada is nice to visit for a bit, but I can't live there. Me neither. I like Canada though. Flipper, Isle of Man looking like a good place to go. Huh. Good game, Flipper. Good game, Flipper. Go, Flip. Congrats, Flip. Flipper. Salute, Flipper. Vic, yeah. Flipper. ISO, I want to go there for the motorcycle races. Okay, I can't argue against that. That was a good one. Gotta love that, Fanny. Wow. Woohoo. Yeah. Man, oh man. Flipper's so much fun, man. So much fun. All right, let's get into the first video, guys. This is Anthony Pompliano. He was on the PBD podcast today.
Where your savings account?
And he was talking about some stuff. Trump controls the market. China tariff threat causes $1 billion Bitcoin bloodbath. And, I know, guys, that Pompliano has been into some shit coins and things like that. But he says some very interesting stuff in this clip. So without further ado, let's take a look.
Crypto crash. Okay. They keep using that phrase, crypto crash. But to the people that are in the space of I'm going to read this to you and I'm going to turn it over to you. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP jump after crypto crash. What is fueling the rebound? Let me read this. Robin, I think you got a couple video clips on this as well, if you want to pull them up. Okay, so Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies were rallying on Monday, paring back some of their losses following President Trump's renewed tariff threat against China. Bitcoin was up 3.7% to $115,000 within 24 hours. According to CoinDesk, it's still trading about 9% off the record high, which was around 130, 131. I don't know the exact number. It hit earlier this month. Ethereum jumped 9%. Solana jumped 8.2%. XRP up 9.4% within 24 hours. The tokens plummeted on Friday with Bitcoin racking up double-digit percentage losses and failing below $110,000 at one point. The sell-off came after Trump threatened to hike tariffs on China, which likely sapped investors' appetite for risk assets. What's really going on here? Is it really the reaction to tariffs? Is that what the fear was? What do you think caused the crash?
Well, I think there's a couple of things that are worth unpacking. First of all is Trump understands market hours of the stock market. So what did he do? He waited till the stock market closed on Friday, and then he came out and said, hey, we're going to put the 100% tariff on. I don't think that's a coincidence. As the market corrected in after-hour stock, there's just not that many people who have access to the aftermarket stock. So what do? They look in their portfolio and they say, well, what market is open? What market has liquidity right now? If I want to sell, if I want to change my financial life or my portfolio, I'm going to sell cryptocurrency. And so Bitcoin specifically sold off.
Facts. You can't do that with gold and silver. You know what I mean? I guess you can, go to the somebody on the street that to buy it from you or something like that. But paper, gold, and silver, you can't do that. You can't sell it tonight. You can't sell stocks and bonds. And again, in a fast moving market like we are today, quote unquote, cryptocurrency is the way. You know what I mean? Bitcoin in particular. Anyone see videos? Anyone see else go visit Jor's new home for videos starting this week? I have not yet, but I am. Yeah, it would be nice to see, Blunt, man. I'm Canadian, but I still say this about the USA. Y'all are about your constitutional rights, and that'll keep the digital ID and disarmament globalists at bay. So I respect the F out of that. Me too, man. Thank you for saying that. Jerry hitting the shower. I'll be back, my man. Got you, brother. Have a good shower. Agreed, Josh. Mm-hmm. Dad, why does short-term price action get talked about so much? I don't understand why people are short-minded on that shit. Because I think he's going to say in this video was because it's like a soap opera. It just gives you something to talk about. You know what I mean? It just does. I mean, that's why I have a channel. Jor has a channel. People just like to hear about it. It's almost like they just want it's like a soap opera, but it's also what's that word called? It's also when you need somebody to tell you your stuff is good. Thanks, Solar. Dad, enjoy. I can't think of the name right now. You guys know what it is. It's hard to do that in a live.
Pulled off $13,000, which is a pretty big move, right? I mean, an asset went down $13,000 in a single day, but it's only about 10%. And so if you go back and you look at all these bull markets, historically, there have been multiple 30% drawdowns in these bull markets. And so this, I joke, is like a crypto crash for ants to the crypto crowd. Now to the stock market, if the stock market goes down 10, 20%, they're freaking out. They're talking about the Great Depression. They're, 1929.
Hopium. That's what people want, ISO. They want hopium. And when it goes down, they want people to say it's all good. And when it goes up, they say it's even better. That's what they want.
Doing all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
In the crypto, again, it doesn't feel good to see your assets go down 10%, but it is still pretty small compared to what everyone has lived through. There's somebody who was chirping at me on Twitter yesterday, and they said, why are you saying that we shouldn't be worried about a market correction? I said, my brother, we've lived through 2 80% drawdowns in 4 years. Right. I said, your stock market crashes, they don't even register for the crypto people. So I think that plays into a lot of like what's going on with the retail folks.
By the way, it's interesting what you say. The fact that for the regular guys that are trading after hours, they're like, what do I mess with now?
They don't have access to anything.
They don't have access to anything. What they do with crypto, you can track what Bitcoin's doing.
Gold's closed, stocks are closed, bonds are closed, everything is closed.
Oh, wow.
Now, here's the thing, is Trump on Sunday night, I posted this meme. It's like abracadabra, make the markets go back up, right? What does he do? He tweets.
Yes, I completely agree with that, Sharper. I think Pomp learned his lesson from promoting S coins. He was a big influence from my BTC journey. Yeah, I think so too. But again, a lot of Bitcoiners are kind of unforgiving. I'm not that type of person. Like, I'm not gonna shun you for your past, right? If you did something in the past and then you're saying, you know what? Let me raise my hand. I was wrong. I'm not gonna do that again. Let me get back on this train, and this is what I'm doing now. I'm not gonna go back to 2022 and keep talking about what he did in 2022. You know what I mean? So you'll see in this video what he's saying, and I'm with him now. You know what I mean? The shit he was saying in 2022 and stuff, I didn't like it. I liked what he was saying about Bitcoin, but I didn't like he was doing the shit coinery, like you said. So, just saw someone post gold is a gateway drug to Bitcoin. It is. It absolutely is. 320 million citizens with 2 to 3 times as many pew-pews makes it that much harder to enslave, Joshua. That's why the borders were open via the last folks in charge. That is right. That is right. Radio and Fiat is crack, Jor. Yep. Because crack is whack. I completely gave up on all coins. Took a while for the ego to compose. LOL. Yeah. I mean, again, man, these guys have financial incentives. I mean, they got these companies just throwing money at him again. He was involved with the FTX shit. I know that. I know that's the gorilla in the room. I know that. You know what I'm saying? But he's come around, and he took a lot of shit for it. You know what I mean? Hey, even Darth Vader returned to the from the dark side. Yes, he did. Anakin came back. If he can do it, anybody can do it. Same. I don't hold grudges. I even bought Fred Krueger's new awesome Bitcoin book yesterday. Yeah, because Fred was getting on my nerves too. Fred started doing that bullshit. I'm like, Fred, what are you doing, man? You know what I mean? Even the people that are on the core side right now, and they come over and say, man, you know what? That was stupid. I really didn't realize what I was doing. A year or two from now, I'll welcome them with open arms. All you can do is move forward. The best thing to do is move forward, not look back.
Out an hour and a half before a futures open on Sunday night. Like the guy knows what he's doing. And so that, that's fine. Understand that. But I think the bigger thing about crypto and Bitcoin in particular is if you sold your Bitcoin because of geopolitical uncertainty, you had no clue what you were holding. The whole point of Bitcoin is that it is a non-sovereign asset. It is supposed to be the safe haven that you can go and hold regardless of what any government in the world does. And so I think that's part of what people are trying to figure out now is the hardcore Bitcoiners, they know that. They're looking to buy on dips, but you still get tons of new people who come in. And obviously leverage plays a huge part of this. And so the big story over the weekend was there was $19 billion of leverage that got wiped out. Now, you can look at that as how the prices went down. The way I look at it is we just reset the entire leverage in the system, and therefore that probably clears us so that we can go higher.
Yeah,
Yeah, we clear all the weekends out. Again, like he said, and he's right. Whether you like him or not, he's right. If you sold Bitcoin in the last couple of days, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know what you had. Just like our boy that just left. If you're on zero, you have no clue what you have. That's where the opportunity comes in for us. Again, I'm buying every hour on the hour. I'm getting 800, 900 Satoshis for every dollar I spend today. What do you think that's going to be in 10 years? You know what I mean? And again, man, you know, short-term thinking will get you long-term hurting. And again, there's going to be a lot of traders out here, but again, the diamond hands like us will scoop up those ones that are selling. And those countries and companies and all the big boys that know what's going on. That's why the price goes back up, because they know what they have and they know what they want.
It's historic $19 billion sell-off, but two accounts made $160 million. I don't know if you saw this article or not. The two accounts that placed bets against the market minutes before the news broke scored $160 million windfall. Bitcoin dropped 12%. Less popular tokens saw declines as steep as 80%. CoinGlass, a crypto data platform. Ahead of the sell-off, two accounts on Hyperliquid, a decentralized exchange that allows investors to make leverage bets on future crypto prices, place massive bets that Bitcoin would and Ether would fall by day's end Friday. The positions were closed for $160 million in profits.
Angel, what's up, young man? How are you? Good to see you. I'm going to put you on the wheel, sir. Good to see you. You got some homework today? How was school?
You know, when you see stuff like this, this is the Wall Street Journal story right there. These guys made $160 million. How much do you know about this story? Do you know much about what happened?
I've been paying attention to it. So a couple things. $19 billion. If you wipe out $19 billion of leverage, that doesn't mean that people holding cryptocurrencies lost $19 billion, right? If you put $10 in, but you get $100 of leverage, right? You didn't put $100, you put $10 in. So there's some math that I think is a little bit misleading. The second thing is, when prices go down, sometimes people make money. When prices go up, people make money. It's all about what are they positioned, how are they positioned, all that kind of stuff. There's a trend that is happening in America, but also globally, which is the intertwining of finance and
exactly, Jor. And again, I get it. Even if you know the charts back and forth, Jor, he says, I would also argue that anyone using leverage does not understand Bitcoin. I don't get it, man. I just don't get these people. You know what I mean? You don't trade Bitcoin for anything, man. You know what I mean? I just don't do it. Sharper, I still need to finish Larry's book and Matt FRL book, folks I respect, before even thinking about donating to Kruger, which I probably still won't. I got you. I respect that. School was good. School was schooling. LOL, really cold over here. Damn. Sorry to hear that, young man. Trent's hands are tough from all the cable repair jobs. Yeah, he said diamonds are soft to describe my hands. That's right. Sin Diesel, fair enough. Growing pains. Yep. I have Mr. Marcus hands. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. You guys beat that? I'm mad. Sin, you are a fool. The stove is hot. Yes, it is, brother. Damn, Sin, you're a damn fool.
Entertainment. And what you now see is whether it's the prediction markets, whether you see it's the stock market, whether you see crypto, people want something to talk about. I joke all the time, like financial markets have become like soap operas for young people. And so not only is there the gambling or speculation component to it, but what now in crypto is you have on-chain analytics. You can go and you can see what are the positions people are taking, what wallets are moving, right? All this information is almost like kind of new media to them. And so what people do is, oh my God, there's this big liquidation. They immediately begin scouring all this data, trying to find some storyline, who caused it, who knew what, right? Who made money here. And so when they find this, they kind of latch on to it. Now,
yeah, instead of taking their precious time and trying to figure out why it dipped, take your precious time instead of doing that and studying Bitcoin and figuring out what it is and not why it dipped. And if you did that and did more of reading a book like Matt's book or something like that, or watching podcasts and stuff and buying more and getting the dip, you're too busy trying to have a reason to say, oh, what is it? I'm going to shake myself out by looking at some scary article and then selling some for some dirty fiat. And again, they're going to look back at that and be like, wow, why in the hell did I do that?
Well, does this person have information about the tariffs? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know who the person is, right? And so I tend to think that good investors, they're not paying attention to this stuff. They're just saying to themselves, listen, I want to continue to acquire this asset, hold it for a long time. This is more entertainment factor.
Do we know who these two people are? You can't know who it is. Is it just pure speculation who they think it is?
So there are strong maybe thesis as to who they are, because on the wallets at times people can start to identify whose wallet is who.
Got it.
And so in one particular case, there's a guy who's associated with a wallet that they believe is the person who has it. But again, you don't have full confirmation. It's not like they're coming out and tweeting and saying, hey, that was me that made 160 million bucks.
Is this a well-known name or just somebody that's known in the crypto space?
It's not even really
not even known in that space. Okay, got it. So where are you at now with it? Are you, because I think the last time we spoke, you were a full-on Bitcoin, you were all Bitcoin. Have you opened up a little bit?
Here we go. This is the part we're talking about. This is the part I'm talking about. He was all Bitcoin Maxi the last time they talked. Is he still a Bitcoin Maxi, or even more, or even less? Let's see.
Spoke. You were a full-on Bitcoin you were all Bitcoin. Have you opened up a little bit? Is your, if I was to look at your wallet, would I see some additional things there outside of Bitcoin?
So I've always thought about this barbell, right? Which is basically Bitcoin is a store of value asset, call it digital gold. They're not going to stop printing money. Bitcoin's not going to stop going up, and it is going to be a great way to protect your economic value that you've earned. I don't think that thesis has changed. I actually think it's stronger today. It kind of went from a contrarian trade to a consensus trade, and now the world has kind of woken up to the fact that this thing's going to work. The other part that, if you go back to 2016, 2017, that I've always thought was going to happen, whether, again, the hardcore Bitcoiners, whether they like it or not, is this whole tokenization thing. And ultimately, my understanding of the intersection of, call it crypto and Bitcoin with Wall Street, is once Wall Street figured out that they could make money, they'd go all in. And that's what you've pretty much seen. Bitcoin ETFs, BlackRock now, the Bitcoin ETF is their single most profitable product in their entire product suite. So is BlackRock a Bitcoin company? It's the most profitable product they have, right? So now all of a sudden, every other firm on Wall Street says, wait a second, if they're making a bunch of money on this, maybe we should start participating. So
yeah, that's facts. BlackRock is buying Bitcoin like it's no tomorrow, and they're making money, quote unquote, fiat currency. And people don't realize that they're holding the most valuable, scarce asset human beings have ever known. But while they're making the money, quote unquote, off the fees and everything else, and they see the holdings of their customers, of their they're the asset manager of these idiots that pay them to hold it because it's not theirs. Then they'll realize, like, holy shit, man, not only am I making the fees that are going higher because the price is going higher, but they're my customers' portfolios are going up. Maybe I should get some of this too.
You're gonna see a bunch of people start going in there. Then you start to see the Bitcoin companies, right? The ETF is a Wall Street wrapper for Bitcoin. Now you start to see these public companies putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet. That's a Wall Street wrapper around Bitcoin. Well, you're starting to see them talk.
Sin says, simply Bitcoin brought up a good point about BTC's history in October. Traditionally, BTC usually has a run up after a big dip, usually after the 15th. Guess what day it is? Oh, man. Wow. I didn't know that. I know we go up in October, but I didn't know the details about that. That's good, man. Jerry, I got to bail. I get up real early for it. Got to be sharp to verbally battle liberals all day in Toronto. Hey, appreciate you, and I'll see you soon, y'all soon. Thank you, man. Hold on, make sure you didn't zap me, man, because I missed the one before. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate you, brother. Yes, you did, Josh. Thank you. Send it 17. Say he does it so sneakily too. 1776. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate you, brother. Much love to you, man. Thank you so much, brother. Cindy's, I feel a tingle. Don't do it. Yeah, for that, but don't Google. One thing that scares me is what happens to the medium exchange aspects when all Bitcoin is in the hands of companies like BlackRock. It won't be like that, as ISO. That's a very good question, sir. But let me tame those thoughts real quick. I don't believe that will happen, sir. This right here is from a guy named what's his name? Sanny XP. And he follows the Bitcoin Onchain very, very closely. And right now, as individuals, we own, this is all 19,934,826 Bitcoin. Now, I've seen other ones say up as high as like 62%, but who knows? But I think I trust this one. I like to go with the lower number better and the ones that actually have like data to back it up, ISO. But it's showing here that the plebs, people like us, we own 51.84% of the network right now. So people like us are not going to sell, and even more people. And this is why I try to get individuals in to not only buy the million Satoshis, but get their 100 hours of studying, but put it in the cold storage and run a node. I don't think that's going to happen as far as like BlackRock just taking up all the Bitcoin, man. But, I don't want you to worry about stuff like that. But again, you never know what happens, but I don't think so. The 15th, Dab Data, NSFW, yes. Cindy, that's exactly what I was saying. LOL. Later, Josh. Plus some technical analysis to back it up. Peace, Josh. I've stopped watching Simply Bitcoin, Sin. Just not my taste anymore. Okay. Yeah. Historical October has 2 bad weeks and shoots up. Wow. Okay, so we're about to take off then. Let me join that wheel, Jerry. Benjamin, what's up, sir? It's all about the Benjamins, babe. What's up, brother? Benjamin. Good to see you, brother. What's Tingle got to do with Googling? Well, we were talking about Mr. You-know-who earlier. So when you say tingling, let's just say he's got a very famous tingling video he did. 7% of all the Bitcoin is nuts, especially if that's 7% of 21 million. Yeah, I know, Jay. KIK, Sharper. No, but if people eventually cash out because they become exponentially rich, Jeff Booth says 98% will cash out. I don't think so. Because the more people understand Bitcoin, they're not going to turn the good money into bad ice. Because again, this is a whole new system we're in. This ain't about taking quote unquote profits and cashing in for cuck bucks, ISO. This is the whole new money. And we tend to use this money for our kids and our grandkids in the future. You know what I mean? And have a circular economy for it's not only a medium of exchange, but a unit of account, then a world reserve currency or world reserve asset. That's the hope, ISO. Matt Efra, I like the side shows with Rustin, Dante, and Oceans. However, as far as the morning show, Opti is more my speed. Okay, because he's not as neutral. He's not as neutral due to sponsors. Okay. I like that. Yeah, I haven't watched them in a minute. I like that channel though. Oh, okay. Then I didn't look. Yes, I really liked Tustin back before they got the YouTube ban. Okay, more and more are starting to understand Bitcoin, let alone beginning to struggle against the fiat system. Yeah, slowly but surely, people are coming in. The game don't start till we get to 1 million Bitcoin. Once the price gets to 1 million Bitcoin, let the games begin. I think ICE is right in the short term, and you're right in the long term. Okay. But I don't think people are going to sell though, Trent. I just don't in the short term either. Because the people that sell, we saw earlier when the people sold off, people like us and the newer people that have been studying got their 100 hours in, I think are going to buy more, and the whales are going to buy more, I think. Hopefully, so I'm in the same boat as you guys, but I also hear more from normies that they cash out. Yeah, there are. But again, if everybody cashed out, the price would be much, much lower, ISO. Again, we're still over $110,000. You know what I mean? We were in the 60s last year, 50s and 60s. So just for perspective, I only watch Rustin and Sophie. Yeah, I like Sophie. And Sophie, respectfully. Yeah, Sophie's she's very good at what she does. Rustin is goated. Something women will never understand. Yeah.
About is they want to basically rip out cost and inefficiencies from the way that they trade stocks, the way that they trade various assets through this whole idea of tokenization. Now, there's still a lot to figure out. The technology seems to work, but I don't think this is going to be a retail-driven thing. I think this is going to very much be an institutional-driven thing where they say to themselves, all the plumbing in Wall Street is, T2 settlement times. If I go to buy a stock, I don't actually get it till tomorrow. It's just kind of very antiquated type technology. These guys want to upgrade that stuff. And so it's kind of sounds sexy, but the actual work that they're doing is very, very kind of nerdy. And so I think that will become a huge part of this story, but I don't think we're going to be talking about quote unquote crypto. I think that's going to be much more of a kind of an institutional story.
So going back to my question, do you own other things?
I own Bitcoin is probably 90+% of the portfolio. And then I very publicly.
That's all I need to hear. He's 90+% in Bitcoin. That's a maxi to me. And he's got a high net worth, man. And a guy that's been into the crypto market since, I think, 2015 or something like that. And for him to be 90-something%, that's all I need to hear. If you want to gamble and do some other bullshit, I got no problem with that. But 90-something% of Bitcoin, that's a maxi, ladies and gentlemen. As number go up, folks will have access to too many Bitcoin products to borrow against their BTC. Exactly. Instead of selling it, therefore, I have to disagree with Jeff's assessment. Me too, wholeheartedly. I'm surprised he said that, because Jeff Booth is the one that's talking about it's a new system. So I'm not saying he didn't say that, ISO, or I don't believe you. He's always talking about an alternative system. As the exchange rate of BTC Fiat continues to diverge, Bitcoiners will have to part with less and less sats. Yeah. Yeah. And again, if you want to trade them for cuck bucks, you can. You know what I mean? If you're on a Bitcoin standard, sure. But again, you know, you got to do what you got to do. At a minimum, a custodian should offer full insurance and line of credit. Good idea. I expect 80% of current green light Bitcoiners to keep at least 80% of their stats. That's a good number, which means it's going to be an all-out war to get sats. Yeah. That's why I'm getting as many as I can. Come in, Tiba. Papa's working. What's up, buddy? I'm working. What's up? You don't like that show? Yeah. Okay, I'll change it in a second. Okay. Love you too, buddy. Thank you. Trent, my thoughts come from a point of agreement with Booth where, hypothetically, government will co-op by making people look rich in fiat terms, making it enticing to cash out. But that's all about your level of education too, ISO. Right? Those are people that are low level, like George says, dipshits or 0-hour dipshits that don't know anything about Bitcoin. People like us, ISO, we're not going to fall for that trap. Now, I'm not saying there won't be people that do that, but it's up to us in the community to make sure they're educated and won't do it. Don't forget me, Jerry. Hello, everyone. Amos, what's up, sir? How are you, my brother? Let's do a couple spins here real quick. Well, let me do this video. I got to change the channel for him real quick. I'm sort of with you. If it's over 90%, you're a maxi. Some believe it should be 100% to be a maxi. I don't know. Listen, mine is 90%. If you're 90%, you got, because again, we're coming from the, trad 5 fiat world or whatever. Nobody does 90% of anything, not even real estate, to be honest with you. Everybody's got that quote unquote diversified portfolio, Sharper. But in this new digital age with all 30-something thousand cryptocurrencies or more, Sharper, if you got 90% in one of them, and then you got 5%, just for savings or to gamble with 5%, and you got another 5% for stable coins or something like that, I got no problem with that. I don't do it, but that's a maxi to me, for me personally. I think these execs, base how much BTC they have in their portfolio and the BTC dominance when it drops, most of them swap over and vice versa. Now is high BTC dominance. Okay, good point. Never heard of an altcoiner say they're never going to cash that. Never heard an altcoiner say they're not ever going to cash out. Me neither, brother. Sharp, I'm a 2A maxi, but I believe certain folks shouldn't have a pew, a small few. Good point, Cindy. 98%. 90% is good enough. Yeah, for me personally. Good point, Blunt, man. I got MicroStrategy and MSTY and MSTR, a small percentage, probably 2 to 5%. Yeah, and you're a maxi in my book, anyways. But again, personal finance is personal. So
in December of 2023, I started out mining Ethereum way back in the day. I sold Ethereum and bought Solana, which ended up being a great trade. And I specifically said, look, this is a trade.
Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah.
I'm not going to be holding Solana, 5 years from now, right? But it's just from this perspective. And so I think that Bitcoin is the king of the crypto market. It's going to remain the king of the crypto market. And I think it's probably the only truly institutional asset that you're going to see central banks and others start to buy over time.
What do you think about XRP, the conversations with XRP, with Ripple, whether it's a technology or the coin?
I think that the market is very, very good at figuring out where value ends up accruing. And what you see in, let's call it outside of Bitcoin, in the top 10 coins, what you will start to see is Bitcoin's dominance has not only remained constant, it's actually gone up over time. And so I think that the market is assigning Bitcoin as kind of in a class of its own. Now, if you then go into, let's say, coins 2 through 10, what you start to find is those are much more akin to me to like technology stocks. There's a lot of competition there, right? So take XRP. My understanding is that they have a couple of different things that they've done. They're trying to do the stablecoin, right? Well, they've got a lot of competition from Tether, Circle. Now all of a sudden, Stripe's getting in the game. Like there's a whole bunch of competition. There will probably be multiple winners, but it's heavy, heavy competition. On top of that, one of the things that is interesting, not so much about XRP the coin, but about Ripple the company, is they have this kind of engine to generate profit and monetize that XRP. They've started to acquire real companies. So what they did is they bought, I think one of the companies was called Hidden Road, and these are like big acquisitions. These aren't like $5 acquisitions. These are like $1 billion+ acquisitions that they're doing.
Rob, can you pull up a company's Ripple acquired?
And so what you're starting to see is, again, there's incredible controversy and debate, I think, over is XRP going to be sustainable? Is it something that people are going to use? But what they started to do is they started to take, I mean, look, $200 million acquisition, $1.25 billion acquisition, $250 million acquisition, right? And so what they're doing is they're essentially using the monetization of their balance sheet, and they're starting to acquire real companies. Now, what I will say is we have seen this happen in traditional finance over time. You have a company that has very controversial or maybe unsustainable kind of business model, but they have some access to capital, and they begin to convert that into something else. And, you know, look, the Bitcoin treasury companies, a lot of them had companies that weren't working, and they said, well, why don't I just start to buy Bitcoin? And all of a sudden they kind of revive their business. And so I think that this is very interesting. Now, you know, there's kind of a delineation between XRP and Ripple, but I think that this acquisition stuff, people in the industry, even the people who don't like XRP, I think are saying to themselves, hey, that Hidden Road, that's a real company. Pay $1.25 billion for it, right? Yeah. Okay, you may be able to end up with an entire set of infrastructure there that you can then go and actually build a business with.
What does Hidden Road do?
Hidden Road, if I remember correctly, they do.
Sorry about that, guys. He's going to get back into Bitcoin in a second. 90% is good enough. Good point, Pomp, man. Send Diesel, boom. If you're on a Bitcoin standard or working your way to it, you have to sell Bitcoin now to live, but buy it back as fast as you can. Very, very true, Adam. I got rid of my MESTY last month, Sharper. Wasn't worth, in my opinion. Okay. 29 watching and only 11 likes. Is that true? Only 11 likes, guys? That's not the best ratio. Did you update your the live? Let's see. Oh, look at her. Let's see. See what I got. I got 27 watching and 13 likes because I liked it myself. 15 likes. Like it, guys, only if you like it. My buddy is into alts heavy. His plan to cash out and buy Bitcoin when the alts run up. I try to tell him he'll get more sats now, but at least I talked him into a daily BT's DCA. Good job, Matt. Good job. Does he know you're a famous author too? GOW, fair enough. Weekly payout now. I just use the extra income for bills, groceries, so I don't touch my sats. That's right, brother. Alts won't run up, though, until BTC dominance goes down. It's like the main trigger, so almost 0% upside to owning any of them before that. BTC will get all the gains and less losses. LOL. I agree. You kidding me, Pepe? When I came in and said to like, it was only like 9 likes. Yeah. Not good. XRP Pomp is way nicer than I would have been. Yeah, he's, you know, he's a crypto guy, man. You know, he's a crypto dude, so he's going to be saying this stuff. I got 17 likes now. They're catching up. Someone needs to tell PBD and XRP that then XRP is a scam. Yes. When he says Solana, my mind checked out. What happened? Yeah. LOL, XRP got sued. PBD is a Fiat Maxi. I like. What's wrong with you all? Thank you, Vic. I appreciate that. Ray, I agree with your take on 80% green light. So there is a chance we might be overestimating how diamond-handed 2017 bros are. Maybe.
A lot of it's like market infrastructure, right? So like, again, it goes back to this idea of institutional in nature.
Company. What is a Hidden Road? But talk about Ripple could
profound impact on people's lives around the globe. And so Bitcoin to me is the solution to the globe is if you can basically stop the debasement of the currency. If you can stop that, then all of us start to go and acquire these businesses. I've always just said that, you know, my focus is on Bitcoin because I think of there's 2 problems in the world that I care about, and they're very interrelated. The first is I believe that the single biggest issue, if you can correct this one issue, it will have a profound impact on people's lives around the globe, is if you can basically stop the debasement of the currency. If you can stop that, then all of a sudden now what you do is you stop this silent theft, and now you allow people to actually keep the economic value that they've worked hard to earn. And so Bitcoin to me is the solution to that problem. There's kind of this heuristic of people have been complaining about this for decades, centuries, right? If you go back through all these societies, Bitcoin is the first technology solution to the problem. And so I think that is a very profound solution that is going to have an impact that we quite don't understand yet, frankly, right? So I think that's one big problem. The second problem that I'm very interested in is this idea of the little guy or the quote unquote retail investor being able to get a level playing field against these large institutions. And I think that those 2 issues are very interrelated because now what we know in this country is you can't be a saver, you need to be an investor. As these retail folks realize I have to become an investor, they need access to information, they need access to the market. So that's my focus. That's where I think I'm most passionate about. That's what I'm most intellectually stimulated by. What these guys are doing, I think, is something that is different and outside of it. And so it's just not something I spend, any time on.
Yeah. And
wow. I like that answer, Pomp. Really like that answer. Let me leave the link to this. He says some other good stuff too in this interview. Let me leave the link to this in the chat. And you guys go check it out at your leisure. I like that. I really like that, Pomp. He's growing on me, man. He's growing on me. All right, let's do some spins. Let's do block 255, and let's see who can win that one. Bitcoin is a base layer of money. He, ho, ho, ho. Yep. Steven. All the real Bitcoiners know that Bitcoin is going up forever. If they hold, even if they held since 2017, they may cash out a portion to live and have some luxuries. Yeah. And many of those guys will also keep it for their family. PBD unfortunately shielded XRP months ago. Oh, did he? I didn't even know that. Yeah. Again, man, you get it at the price you deserve. Steven, Blunt man. My man, Blunt man. Pomp has grown on me too also. Solar Satoshis, what's up, sir? Good to see you, man. How are you? You just got here, didn't you? You came in here really nonchalantly, sir. Yes, you did. Good to see you, Solar. I love that picture, man. I really like that Pomp only has one suit, but it would be better if it was orange. Yeah, I know. Seems like he wears the same one every day. Blunt man. Good beard, Solar. Yep. Blunt man's a winner. 255. Let's see who win 256. Backpacker. Backpacker's returning his what you call it right now. He's here though. He's returning his rental car right now. Solar, love the new profile picture. Yeah. Love it, man. Love to see the real people. 257. Trent. 256 backpacker. Thank you, Jenny. Pomp just needs to be all in. Yeah, maybe. Congrats, backpacker. B Pizzle, backpacker. Good jam, Packer fam on hosting. Good job, Packer on fam on hosting. Yeah, he did a great job. I told him that too. Trizzle. Trizzle, my nizzle. 257. Trent, Satman. He says, I'm not here. I got you, Trent. Congrats, TBT. Yep. No doubt. You guys have been so kind to me over the last few days. I actually had to move, had to do a UTXO movement yesterday. So I appreciate that. And very thank you to Trent. Trent and my boy St. Roosevelt. You guys got me there, man. You got me there. So thank you so much. All you guys, especially Jenny, all you guys. Thank you. Good game, Trent. A family member is now officially buying. So 50 cents on the hour, every hour. Yes. Good job, backpacker. From our conversation we had with them on Saturday. Good work, brother. Take them sats off the market. Love it. Hello, Dean. What's up, brother? Great job, backpacker and Fanny. Orange pilling, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Dean, what's good with you, man? Good late morning? Thursday morning? Here, yay, Fanny. And she used my referral. Let's go. We are winning. Yes. Good job, man. Good games. Good going, Trent. Go work some OT, Trent. Yeah. Trent's getting money, man. Thank you again, Trent. I really appreciate you, brother. He's the winner for 257. Let's do 258. Thanks, guys. So much fun. We need to do this again shortly, Jerry. Oh, I already told him you were doing it. Joy for others gone. Way to go, backpacker. Let me join that wheel. LOL Cabron. He's in the house. How'd I do, Quinny? What's up, sir? How are you? LOL Cabron. Boy, I was having an out-of-body experience watching Backpacker sitting in my seat, man. Out there in the living room, just watching them. And I was like, damn, this is crazy, man. Trent, thanks for the donations. Jor, 258. Jor, congrats, Jor. 5K for East Kiddo yesterday. Yes. Yes, that was it. Very nice. The score. You know what? Hold on, Fanny. Fanny, you know what I just thought about? I don't think I paid the kids that. Fanny, remember we were doing payroll last night? Did I pay the kids that? Because I don't remember doing that. I was just going by the list. Fanny? I'm going to do that right now. I don't think I paid them that. I'm so glad you brought that up. The score, good games. Trent, thank you for the 5K for each of the kids yesterday at the end of the show. Yeah. Fanny, I don't think I gave it to them. Stealing from children. Wow, I know. I'm such a bad guy. Oh, my. Take me out. Yeah. Damn, I just thought about that. Yes, thanks, Trent. Yeah, tell me, Fanny. Remember we were doing the payroll last night? I didn't do that, did I? Does anyone see my name on the wheel? Could swore I put him on, but don't see it. But I do see Geo. Is that me? LOL. Oh, it probably was. I probably put Geo. Did I put Geo instead of GOW? Yeah, that's you. GOW. My bad, brother. GOW. Yeah, that's you. That's you, sir. Thank you, Trent. Trent brought in 1858. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. But Jerry, what about the children? I know, man. I know. Okay, thank you. No worries. Yeah, I don't think I paid them. But I could be wrong. Let me know. Fanny and Backpacker. Let me check. Yeah. I'm just gonna send it to you. I don't think I did it, honestly. Let me do that right now. Haven't looked yet. Yeah, hands off my mail. Jenny sent in 1859. She says, one more, Trent. One more. Don't worry, Packer. I'm just gonna send it now. It's 15,000. Because I did not do that, I don't think. Because I was just going down the list. And I didn't put 15,000 for you guys. So let me see. Let me do that right now. Thank you again, Trent. And very sorry about that, kids. Copy. Even I make mistakes, guys. Even I make mistakes. Okay, let me see. Send name. $15K from Trent for the kids. Yeah, because normally I was just all thrown off because they were here yesterday. 15,000. There you go. Wait, did I send that? No. You know what? You know why I didn't? Because we sent the big 20K on the wheel. I see GOW. He changed it, Pepe. LOL. Yes, 15K. There you go, Backpacker. Sorry about that, my brother. She's so fast. As if you aren't in enough trouble for the Santa thing. Now you forgot to pay them. I know. Now you forget to pay them, right? Blunt man. Didn't receive it. We're having too much fun chatting it up. LOL. Just check. Yep. My bad. Nah, Jerry, you're good. Yep. There you go, brother. Oh, my God. I'm so glad you just brought that up because I did not remember that. Because I didn't write it down on my thing. Attachment. Yep. You got it. Okay. Thank you so much, Trent. All good, Jerry. Yep. 20,000. Yeah, might need. Yep. Yeah, no, you don't got to check. I know I didn't do it. I haven't seen Ian here in a while. Hope he's doing all right. Yeah, I asked about Ian yesterday, didn't I, Fanny? Oh no, how late am I? You're pretty late, Crypto, but it's all good, Mania. How are you, sir? Good to see you. You guys home? I almost called you by your real name. Backpacker? You guys at the house? Sharper, we were just talking about Ian last night too. Yeah. Yep, right on my back porch. Sure was. Jor for the score wins 258. Let's see who wins 259. I stepped on my damn glasses, man, and almost broke them. Damn it. Jenny Legendary. I sometimes see Ian in the AM on George Lab. Okay. I did see him on I saw him on Robin's live. Robin does lives now too. Damn, Holler is like, Jerry, I'm watching you. I'm sorry. Holler, that's it. Listen, let me say something about my girl Holler. Holler does not like me cursing. Holler is my cursing police, but Holler, you curse too. Holler, sin. Holler can rap 90s. Holler and Flipper. She can rap 90s rap songs, man, by heart. Like if me and you were rapping them, Sin. It's crazy. I'm watching you. Good game, Jenny. Jenny, legendary. Jenny, receive. Boom. Oh, you good, man. My bad. That's my bad. Nice, Jen. Congrats, Jen. We were just so excited last night. Right? Backpacker and Fanny. Oh, yay, me. Good game, Jen. Jen, congrats, Jen. What time is Robin's live? I think it's like 11 a.m. Eastern. 11 a.m. my time, I believe. Something like that. Congrats. Good game, Jenny. Yeah, check it out. He told me about it when we did our interview the other day. I was like, what? Oh, okay. I got you. Fanny. Just okay. Or backpacker. Got you. Good game, Jenny. I saw him on a couple of others live too. Yeah. Almost at rental return. Okay. But can she do Crossroads by BTAH and Overnight Celebrity by Twista? I don't know. That's a good question. She did what's the name last night? If I was a little bit taller, I used to be a ball. No, I was a little bit taller. I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who could do. I would call her. And a hat and a mat, 6'4" Paul. They rapped the whole song, and oh, damn. That's right. I forgot about that, Fanny. Damn. Holler keeps you in check. Boom. Yes, she does. Kilo, yes. I wish I was a little bit taller. Then they sung Ice Cube, Today Was a Good Day. The whole damn song, by the way. The whole song's in. All the words. The N-words. I'm like, what? We were dying on my porch last night, bro. Oh, my God. I'm like, I mean, Sin, I can't even do Twister. LOL. Yeah, nobody can do Twister. Nobody can do Twister. Oh, my gosh, man. Love it. Jenny, congratulations for 259. Let's see if you can win 260. So you can get that. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Kramer. With a hat, with a bat, 6'4" Paula. A little bit taller. I wish it was. BTAH was my jam in the 90s. What song was that again? BTAH. Gang, gang, Jan, boom. Congrats, Kramer. I know it. I just, Sin be going over my head sometime. Kramer, you up in here or what, brother? Good game, Kramer. Woohoo. Yes, he is. Kramer. Congrats. Man, I forgot to pay that money. Oh, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I thought so, but I couldn't name it. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Yep. I knew it was some kind of acronym. Yeah, those are my boys, man. You know what my favorite song for Bone Thugs and Harmony, besides It's the First of the Month, Wake Up, was the one with Biggie. I love that song with Biggie, man. Love it. Biggie showed his range on that song, Sin. Did he not? Congrats, Jen and Kramer Industries. Yep. Love it. That was 260. Let's see who can win 261. Have some fun. Damn, Biggie killed that. One of my other songs is the win Notorious Thugs, yep. I'm been dangerous. Can't bang with us. Can't bang with us. Can't bang with us. Love the bus. Gambling. That one, I like that one, but I also like the one with Tupac. When he was hard living, blind to the facts. Hard living, blind to the facts. Please forgive me. Congrats, Solar. Also love, yep. Love that song, man. Yo, yeah, Solar. Oh my God. I wish we have a music night tonight. Oh my gosh, man. Crazy. Thug love, yes. Thug love on my nationwide posse, feel me. Doom, doom. Doo doo. I love Tupac and Big, man. That hurt me to my soul. I remember exactly where I was when both of them died, man. I remember exactly where I was at, man. God, that was tough, boy. Whoo. And I remember when Hit 'Em Up came up, because who was with me when I showed him where Tupac got shot? Who was with me? Holler was with me. I showed Holler. We passed Sin, you know this, on Koval and Flamingo, where Tupac got shot at. I showed Holler that. And they got that Sin, you know, they got that pole, that electricity pole with all the stuff with Tupac on there. But I remember when Tupac made Hit 'Em Up for the first time, I heard that song. I said, Tupac better be careful, man. You know what I'm saying? He went off on that song, boy. That was one of the craziest songs I ever heard in my life up to that point. You know what I'm saying? That shotgun pump in the song is dope. Oh, my God. Love it. Who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Who? That's my guy, too. The one-hit wonder. That Still Tipping was the other one. He was good in that one, too. That's when I first heard him. They was like, who is Mike Jones coming? Mike Jones. What was that number? Oh, 331 8004. What was it saying? What was the number? 681 8004. Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. I haven't heard them songs. I haven't listened to them songs, man. Fanny's favorite song is Nuck If You Buck. Nuck If You Buck. Yeah. I like that one too. Got pulled over in downtown Atlanta for playing that Bone Thugs and Pac too loud. I guess the PTSD of Pac putting two in that Atlanta one time's buttock was too fresh at the time. Yeah. Was that back in the 90s when he did that? Yeah, that's true. That's exactly what he did. Pac was dope, bro. Yes, he was, man. Yes, he was. Hit 'Em Up was a declaration of war, wasn't it, man? Wasn't it? I think Mike still has that number. I think he does too. 004 281 330 8004. Mike Jones. Mike Jones is my guy, man. I used to love that song, boy. We're going to be singing that one when Bitcoin hit. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Mike Jones. Well, I got, boy, if you know me in person, I could tell y'all some stories about Mike Jones. I can't say it on the internet, though. That's all I'm going to say about that. I think yeah. Solar, congratulations, brother. You won 261. Let's see who won 262. Jones, come. Y'all got me. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Joshua. Oh, Josh left. Josh left. Do it again. Jerry Rap incoming, guys. Yes. Congrats, Josh. Yeah. Ginger. You know what's crazy about them rap songs? I used to know all them songs by heart, man. I got to run, y'all. I'm making dinner for the kids. Y'all have a good night. You too, brother. Thank you, Steven. Steven, we're going to talk, man. Steven, listen. The next time they come over, I want you to we want to holler at you, Steven. Like real talk, all right? We want to holler at you, man. Ginger. The Ginger's? Yeah, he's here. Okay. Congrats, Ginger. Good game, Josh and Ginger. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Ginger. No doubt. No doubt, brother. Holler at me, Jerry. No doubt, man. Get on that Signal, man. Download that Signal to your phones. Blumman, and get into the chat with us, brother. I'll let you in because you bought a bunch of you're an OG, plus you bought a bunch of memberships. You ain't got to be a member. Just download it and send me a go to the link down low, Steven. Download Signal and send me an invite. And I got you, bro. Because you know, you done donated so many times to the channel. Heading out to the gym, Jerry. I'll be back tomorrow. No doubt woke up. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you very much. That was 262. I'll do that. Thank you, Blunt. And send me a message. 263. Let's do it. Mike Jones coming. Who is Mike Jones? You guys thinking Jones. Triple B's. Every time I see Triple B's, I think Sin. I think about what's my boy's name? LeVar Ball. Triple B's. Smile, G-Un. Oh, yeah, I like that song, too. Peace, Blunt Man, and WB. I love that song, too, Dean. Triple B's. 263, Triple B's. Jerry, one day you should try this for a big spin. It's called Battle Royal. You spin the wheel, and winner it lands on gets taken off the wheel until there's only one person left. It's the winner. Okay. And do like a whole bunch of sats. Congrats, Triple B. I think it's a little fun thing to do. Okay. I could try that. Maybe I'll do that on the weekend or something, crypto. Bacon booty. Yes. Money bags, bacon, and the booty. Yes. I got you, Triple B's. She's here, right? I would never thought that was a woman. So basically, Bitcoin survivor. Yeah. Sounds like it. Jay, is Triple B still here? You guys still here or what, brother? I got you. I got you, man. I just got to be fair. I'll skip you for a minute. Y'all want 263s. Let me know you're here, all right? 264. Who wants more? Triple B's again. Back to back. Back to back. 263, 264. She posted a signal they were having issues with YouTube. They might have gotten booted. All right, I'm going to give it to them. It's not their fault. I'm going to give it to them. It's not their fault. Back to back Triple B. Yeah, Triple B's 2X. Yeah, good game. But yeah, they were here and they donated me big time, man. Yeah, like for a 10K spin or a 50K spin, you spin the wheel till there's only one person left is the winner at one point. It's going to be a 1v1. It's a little fun game to do to change it up. Okay. The problem is you're saying little, like that's a little amount of sats, sir. Where are we getting 10K or 50K from, crypto? Are you donating to that, sir? Because I don't have that, sir. I know it might be little to you, but it ain't little to me. Just saying, but I like the idea, sir. I like the idea. All right, we're all caught up with the spins. I want you guys to take a look at Michael Saylor. He was in DC yesterday for the BTC in DC. He had a little talk, and we're gonna watch a little bit of it, not the whole thing. I probably ran out of time to do that. We'll watch a couple minutes of it. 10K is a lot, man. Yes, it is. Jesus, bro, I tell you, YouTube was hating hard earlier. It kept blocking your channel only and disconnecting the chat. Wow. Damn. We all know you got 100+ whole coins. Oh, who are you talking about? LOL, Cryptomania. 10 to 50K? Jerry the account would kick my ass, man. Right? He's not fooling anyone. Shit. We know Jerry's a Satoshi millionaire. Don't lie. I am a Satoshi millionaire. I do have 1 million sats. I do. Barely, by the way. Barely. Okay. Cindy is right. 100+ whole coins. Sin is in sin. Whole coins, huh? Let's watch a little bit of the great Michael Saylor, see what he has to say at BTC in DC.
Better place to deliver this. I'm delighted to see you all. And the subject of my speech today is the evolution of the early crypto industry into the modern global digital asset economy. And I think it's there's no better place to deliver this speech than Washington, D.C., and in this present day and age in the year of 2025, because this city has been instrumental in catapulting the early crypto industry into a global digital asset economy.
And this is why I tell you guys, this is the conference. This is the BTC in DC. You know why they're in DC, by the way, guys? Do you think they're there because DC's a nice city? Or they're there because the capital's there and they're talking about politics? Bitcoin, like Backpacker says, Bitcoin is politics and politics is Bitcoin. Okay? This is why we have to merge with these people in order for us to get where we want to get. And where do we want to get? We want to have either a Satoshi-backed dollar first, or we want to have a Bitcoin standard or Satoshi standard. And we have to do that funneling through DC. We have to. This is why I talk to you guys about politics, right? Because again, when I show you the debt clock, when I show you the national debt, the spending, the money printing, and the like, this is where it all comes from. And even though Michael Saylor is a billionaire, he knows if he wants Bitcoin to go where it needs to go, he's going to know who's going to butter his bread. Now, again, we could do it without them, but it'd take a lot longer without DC and the politicians. I hate to say it, but it's true.
And the entire industry and most of the ideas of the industry that were developed by the libertarians, the cypherpunks, the crypto entrepreneurs, the cowboys, the idealists, the dreamers, the entrepreneurs. All of those ideas over the past 12 months have been legitimized, institutionalized, are being commercialized. And what we can see now is a new consensus forming globally. And I don't think you could have said this 12 months ago. Literally in the past 12 weeks, I believe there is a consensus that's forming and a set of shared ideas that are emerging in the industry, and I'm excited to share them with you. So with that, let's just start discussing all the basis of crypto ideas. The first big idea was a digital commodity, the idea of an asset without an issuer. That was the Bitcoin dream, peer-to-peer cash, something that you could own through possession of private keys, something you could transfer without asking anybody's permission, something that existed apart from a bank, from a corporation, from a government. That was Satoshi's dream. That idea of a digital commodity, an asset without an issuer, has spawned extraordinary enthusiasm and excitement. It is, in essence, the basis of the entire Bitcoin movement. But there are a lot of other nuances, a lot of other ideas that actually came to the forefront along the way over the past 15 years. One of them is not just the idea of a digital commodity, but what does it mean to have a digital scarcity? I can create an asset without an issuer. Silver and gold and timber and soybeans meet that description, but they're not scarcities. I can create an asset without an issuer that has an inflation rate of 5% a year ad infinitum. It would meet the requirement of a digital commodity, but it would not be a digital scarcity. One of the fortunate happenstances of history is that Satoshi chose a monetary policy that wasn't just calculated to be predictable, because you can predict 2% inflation forever. But he actually chose a monetary policy that asymptotically approached 21 million, which meant that it was absolutely scarce. So in so doing, with the creation of Bitcoin, we didn't just create the world's first globally accepted digital commodity.
What's up, Bitcoin Kitty? How are you? Were you here earlier? Or did you leave? I got you. We'll put you on the wheel. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
We created the world's first globally accepted digital scarcity. And it turns out that we are now realizing that the killer use case of digital scarcity is digital capital. That is the preservation of economic energy over time, not just over space. If you have a digital commodity, you can transfer in a permissionless fashion, you can transfer money through space. But we can transfer dollars through space and pesos through space. That doesn't make it a good store of value for 1,000 years. So, and even gold, for example, which has got, let's just say, a 2% inflation, it makes it sort of appropriate for transferring economic value and energy over time. But 2% inflation means a half-life of 35 years. 0% inflation means a half-life of forever. Like the difference between immortality and living 70 years is 2% versus 0%. So the early crypto economy, it had this idea of a commodity and a scarcity. People thought about it. And then along the way, a lot of other ideas manifested themselves. I mean, one of the great compelling ideas is self-custody. And self-custody means and implies digital property. There's digital information, like Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. It's non-conservative. You can transfer it to anyone. You can copy it. Nobody owns Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. But when you actually create a piece of information that you can convey ownership of via private keys, you can own it. And therefore, it goes from being just digital information to digital property. So the dream of digital property also motivated this industry for a long time, because with that came the idea of inalienable property rights, unfettered property rights, absolute property rights. Another great dream of the industry, an exciting idea, was the idea of being able to transfer your assets, non-censorship transferability. And that meant that this wasn't going to be local property. This was going to be global property. So the crypto industry was all about global property rights. And when we think about that, the 20th century gave us property in the form of real estate, in the form of livestock, in the form of physical commodities, in the form of art, in the form of financial assets. But every other piece of property you hold at the pleasure of someone more powerful than you. And generally, they're either permanently local property or they're conditionally global property.
That C in the BTC looked like it's holding on for dear life. Looks like it's about to fall off or something. But anyways, that's the speech. I'm gonna leave that in the chat. This is a good speech. I want you guys to watch that. And do it what you will. It's a good speech though. Yes, Bitcoin Kitty, I'm joking. Yes. He knows his audience and is speaking in a language they currently kind of understand. Yeah. Exactly. You have to. Because again, guys, we're the maxis. You know what I mean? So when they talk about S coins and quote unquote cryptocurrency, you gotta, you know, like Sin said, you gotta talk to the people that, you know, meet them where they're at. You know what I mean? Because it's crazy. All right, let's talk about the government shutdown here for a little bit. We all know what time it is with this, but I wanna get the remarks. This is about an 8-minute video, I think, something like that, about 9 minutes. 8 minutes. I want you to hear Mike Johnson on day 15 because today was a big day in the military getting paid and a lot of other people getting paid because today's the 15th and people were supposed to get paid today. And he's going to talk about that. Rule number 1 of orange pilling: meet people where they are. Exactly. Son. Let's listen to House Speaker and the leader of the House, Mike Johnson, on what's going on with day 15 of the government shutdown.
Welcome, everybody. We're on day 15 of the Democrat government shutdown. Not a good day on Capitol Hill, not a good day across America because real Americans are feeling the pain due to the Democrats' political nonsense. And we want to specifically focus this morning on one area that's gotten a lot of attention and one segment of the population that truly deserves better treatment than the Democrats are giving them, and that is our military. Today, if it weren't for the bold leadership of President Trump helping us to protect our military, everyone needs to understand that 1.3 million active duty service members would be missing a paycheck.
Good job. Kudos to Trump for getting them boys paid. You know what I mean? But I don't know how long he can do this. And I don't know how long the Democrats are going to hold out. You know, they can sit there and, you know, people can pick sides. And, you know, if you're a Democrat, you're going to believe Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. You guys know who Hakeem Jeffries is, don't you? You guys know who Hakeem Jeffries is? That's discount Obama. No Riz Obama. No swag Obama. Walmart Obama. Temu Obama. Funny Mirror Obama. Cut the coupons Obama. Penny on the $100 bill Obama. You guys know who he is. People are going to believe him. But again, it takes 60. It takes 60 votes in the Senate to get it done. And Democrats keep shutting it down. And as Mike Johnson's going to get into, they voted a few times and they keep voting no. And again, they're going to have to vote yes soon. And it was going to be all for nothing because they're trying to play political games and trying to maintain their power and control when, of course, the American people voted for President Trump for the executive branch and also the Republicans in Congress.
They'll get their check, thankfully, because President Trump has shown strong leadership. And under his direction, the Department of War has now redirected unspent funds to ensure that our troops are taken care of. And this is while Democrats are playing political games. Last night, they played some games. They stormed my office. Maybe you saw some of the video online that they themselves shared or someone did. They berated a Capitol Police officer, screamed at him. He was just merely standing his post. Shows again their disdain for law enforcement, as we see all around the country, the Democrats and everyone in that party screaming, assaulting ICE officers. They did it right here in the Capitol last night. A few members of Congress went into the little foyer of my office and tore down a sign that I had up and just engaged in all sorts of political stunts and antics. They've been doing that every day now, and it shows their desperation. It also shows a very strong contrast between.
Exactly. This is all the Democrats can do. They got to show the far left that they're fighting. They're quote unquote fighting. Because if you don't show the far left that you're completely and utterly against Donald Trump and everything he stands for, then you're not good enough. You're not good enough. And that's what they're doing. They stand for absolutely nothing except being against Trump. Whatever Trump says, they do the opposite. Okay? Remember when the pregnant women were doing what they were doing? And so they're trying to fight for their Democrat power and control, and they're not going to win. Jeans West Obama. Yes, I said Jeans West. I remember that. Oh my God, son, you are a dang fool, man. But yeah, that's what they're doing. Just like again, this is an insurrection based on their qualification, their definition, and their standards. What happened on January, 2021? you know, to Cavarachi Obama, Z Cavarachi Obama. You know what I'm saying? That one day they keep replaying over and over and over again, like Groundhog Day. They're doing it every day. They're doing it in Chicago. They're doing it in parts of California. They're doing it in Portland every night. They're saying, we don't care what the federal government says. We don't care what Trump and the executive branch and the police and the law enforcement is doing to Portland. We don't care about that. We don't care what the American people voted for. Because, again, everything they say is the opposite. They're fighting for democracy. Again, when you hear them say democracy is Democrat power and control. They don't give a shit about democracy. You know it and I know it. And so when Mike Johnson's up here talking about this, that the Democrat politicians are up there tearing signs down and doing that, they're just doing political theater for the far left so they don't get primaried or get voted out. That's all it is. Because they're not going to win. I don't know how long they're going to do this. Because as soon as they give up their position and they vote, and a couple of them say, man, I can't do this dumb shit anymore. Because he's going to name all the districts and the senators that have a lot of military people in their districts. He's calling them out that for the next on the November 1st paycheck that you're not representing your military constituents. What are you going to keep saying? You're going to keep screaming about healthcare? People know the game. That you're lying. The HE8 doesn't expire till November. You can pass this bill and then fix it in November. This is just an extension. This is not going for a year. It's just going for 7 weeks. But they think, the Democrat politicians, they think their constituents are stupid. And most of them are, and uninformed and low-level fucking voters. Excuse my language. They depend on their ignorance. That's what they do. Why do I feel most Dems were theater kids in high school? Because they're actors, man. You know why. Saying got to go. Thanks, Jerry. See you guys. No doubt, Sharper. Appreciate you, man. Love you, man. God bless you. You and your family, man.
Between the party that is working for the people and trying to keep the government open and do the right thing, and the party that is engaging in all this nonsense. But they've shown by their actions and now their votes multiple times. Now, 9 times the Democrats have voted, counting the House and the Senate Democrats, they have voted to not pay the troops. They have voted to block their paychecks. And it's very serious stuff. And they don't seem to care at all. The problem we have right now is that in spite of President Trump's heroic efforts to make sure they get paid, that is a temporary fix because the executive branch's help is not permanent. It can't be. And if the Democrats continue to vote to keep the government closed, as they have done now so many times, then we know that U.S. troops are going to risk missing a full paycheck at the end of this month. And that means service members on deployment who've left their young families back home relying upon these checks. It means service members who are thousands of miles away from home. It means service members trying to make their rent and those who have ailing relatives that need to be taken care of. None of those people will be paid if the Democrat obstruction continues. And it should outrage every American because it does us. Democrats in Congress, again, have voted 9 times. Here's the tally. Every single time the Republicans have voted to pay the troops. And by the way, all other federal employees, federal workers, and the Democrats have voted over and over to stop it. And the depressing irony of this, on this particular subject, among all others, is that the most pro-shutdown Democrats actually represent the most active duty service members.
Isn't it ironic with that? And again, this is the people that protect us, our freedoms in our country, our military, and we're not gonna be able to pay them. Thank God Trump did. And again, Trump's a marketing genius. But again, for those of you that don't know, and as a reminder, this is a clean CR, meaning there's no Republican pork in there whatsoever. It's the exact same thing. And again, I don't like it. Okay. Well, I wish Republicans would have did something different, but it's the exact same Obama CR. Exact same bill. It's a 12-page bill, 12 or 14-page bill. I looked at it. I skimmed through it. It's the exact same thing that they signed a few months ago when Trump first got in office, in March, I believe it was. But what's the difference? Because they got berated by the far lunatic, socialist, Marxist, communist left. The lunatics over there. Again, this is AOC's party, ladies and gentlemen. This is AOC's party now. And Zoran Madami in New York City and the like. These people are absolutely insane, and they are taking over. This is why I tell you guys, man, we need to pull the moderates and the sane Democrats. I know that's hard to say those words in the same breath, moderate and sane and Democrats in the same breath, but we need to pull these people closer to the middle because we can't have socialism, Marxism, and communism in America. We just can't have it. So we have to fight against those ideals. And again, there's always ideas that go out in the marketplace. We got to let these people know that no mas, we're not with it. We want a sane JFK Democrat Party like back in the 60s.
Back home, whom they have taken hostage in this insidious political game. And I want to give you a couple of examples. And this is the actual statistic of the 10 states with the largest military populations. 6 are represented each by 2 Democrats in the Senate who are withholding the paychecks. Here's the list. In California, it's home to 157,000 active duty personnel, the most in the country. Those stationed at Fort Hunter Liggett and Camp Pendleton and Edwards Air Force Base and Vandenberg Space Force Base and others will all miss a paycheck at the end of the month if Democrat obstruction continues. Now, this is worthy of note. Both California senators, Adam Schiff and Alex Padilla.
Adam Shifty Schiff, Sin, you know he won't sign it. You put a gun to his head and he won't vote for it.
Are gleeful about this government shutdown. They agree with Chuck Schumer when he said very candidly just a few days ago, every day of the shutdown gets better for us. Who is the us? He's talking about Democrats. He thinks this is assisting their party and giving him political cover so he doesn't attract a Marxist challenger in his next Senate reelect. That's what this is about. So he thinks the government shutdown is allowing him to show a fight against President Trump and Republicans, and he is happy about that. And so are Adam Schiff and Alex Padilla, while service members are going without paychecks. Virginia. Virginia is home to 119,000 active duty personnel. It is the second most in the country. Those stationed at Naval Station Norfolk, Quantico.
That's where I was stationed at, Norfolk. Norfolk's got one of the biggest naval bases in the world. And it's a shame what these Democrats are doing, playing these political games. And again, this is why we got to educate people, man. At the end of the day, the Democrats can say whatever they want. They can say the healthcare shit. They can say Republicans are being their way, the highway bullshit that they're saying. They can say whatever they want. But at the end of the day, no matter what they say, and when you're talking to your family and friends and your loved ones about this that are on the left or lean left or liberal or progressive or whatever, it takes 60 votes to get the government back open. And again, most, not all, but most liberals or most government workers are Democrats. Not all of them. I know there's conservatives and stuff like that, but a lot of people depend on these not only government jobs but government subsidies. Because again, the low-hanging fruit for Trump when it's time to cut some of the spending and cut some of these this government waste, fraud, and abuse is going to come from the left. It's going to come from the liberal nonsense that he didn't want anyway, that he wanted Elon and Doge to do. And when it gets cut, they're already going to be mad at Trump already. They hate Trump, but they're going to be mad at Chuck Schumer and discount Obama. That's just the way it is.
And Fort A.P. Hill and others will miss paychecks at the end of this month if this is not resolved. Both Virginia senators, Tim Kaine and Mark Warner, are playing political games with the paychecks of 119,000 service members. Georgia's home to 65,000 active duty personnel. It's the 6th most in the country. Those stationed at Fort Benning, Fort Stewart, Moody Air Force Base, and others will miss paychecks. And just last week, this is so aggravating to us. It's so frustrating to us. It's so wrong. But we saw service members waiting hours in lines wrapped around the block at Georgia food pantries. And meanwhile, you've got both Georgia senators, John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, have now voted 8 times against paying those heroes. In Washington, the state of Washington is home to 57,000 active duty personnel. It is the 7th most in the country. And those stationed at Fairchild Air Force Base and Naval Base Kitsap, Joint Base Lewis McChord, and others will miss paychecks. Both Washington senators, Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell, have repeatedly voted against pay for service members in the Evergreen State.
I love how he's doing this. It's all about marketing, man. Right? There's a lot of people that are in the military, a lot of family members, a lot of friends and associates that love the military. Sane people, by the way, are saying, man, and I love how he's calling out the states, calling out how many people are in each state as far as military personnel and who are the 2 senators. Because remember, it's 2 senators for every state. And it just so happens the largest population of military personnel in the country belong to Democrat senators in those states. And I love the fact that he's bringing this up. This is genius. Again, Trump is a marketing genius. I'm not saying Trump came up with this, but I bet he signed off on it. What? Active duty military waiting in food lines? That's what I'm saying, man. You know, you can be a leftist all you want, but again, the moderate left, because you know the far left don't give a shit about the military. I'm talking about the moderates, the sane people. Have to look at this and go, what are you guys doing? And then they're gonna really dig into it and figure out that these people are full of shit. And like Sin said, they were in theater in high school. They're actors.
Hawaii. Hawaii is home to 43,000 active duty personnel. It is the 8th most in the country. Those stationed at Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam, the Schofield Barracks, and others will miss paychecks. And both Hawaii senators, Mazie Hirono and Brian Schatz, have voted against paying soldiers stationed in Hawaii. And by the way, many of them are thousands of miles away from their families. Colorado is home to 35,000 active duty personnel, the 10th most in the country.
Jenny says, the saddest thing is they pay our military so little that many of them are at the food pantry when the government isn't shut down. Wow. Damn, I didn't know that. Damn.
And those stationed at Fort Carson, Buckley's Space Force Base, Peterson's Space Force Base, and others will miss paychecks. And you guessed it, both Democrat senators are from Colorado, John Hickenlooper and Michael Bennett, have voted against paying those troops in their state. And I just want to mention New York. It gets honorable mention. It isn't in the top 10, but the Empire State is home.
You know who's home to New York. Chuck Shutdown Schumer, Chuck, the Penguin Schumer. And I know Hakeem Jeffries is not a senator, but you know he's in New York, which again he still hasn't said whether or not he's going to endorse Mondami. Again, man, if you just know this stuff, you just know how full of fucking shit these people are. Hakeem Jeffries is so full of shit, man. It's so funny when you hear these people go on these left wing, because I watch a lot of left wing media. These left wing outlets, they just give them softball questions and stuff like that, and even CNN kind of pushes them sometimes. But when they have to go on like CNBC or anywhere else or whatever, because CNBC, you know, I know NBC is left, but CNBC, that one dude, the older guy, he got in on Hakeem Jeffries. They just sound like effing clowns. Like he's just reading off a script and pop locking, like Sin says, and he's doing all this stuff. And they're just like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, and they just hit him with facts. Like, bro, it's the same bill as it was before. You're saying all this, but you can take the AHA and move it over to November. This is just an extension. And also, you guys aren't voting. It's not the Republicans' fault. They need your votes. They got 52 now because they got 53 senators. We know Rand Paul's not going to vote. We need 80 y'all, and y'all not doing it. So why do you keep blaming it on the Republicans? What are you talking about? And every time he starts doing his script and pop locking, they're like, no, that doesn't make any sense. That's stupid. And I love that. That's why they don't like going on either right wing or ones that are in the middle, because they get called out because they're actors, they're idiots, and they're liars.
To 17,000 active duty personnel, the 17th most in the country. Those stationed at Fort Drum and Fort Hamilton and others will miss paychecks. And sadly, both New York senators, Kirsten Gillibrand and the architect of the shutdown himself, Chuck Schumer, can barely hide their delight that the government is closed and troops are not being paid. I will just say this. There's something that should be remembered by everyone. Democrats say that even missed paychecks for U.S. troops won't be enough to end this shutdown. The Democrats, who we just demonstrated, represent thousands and thousands of the most heroic men and women on the earth, refuse to put their unserious partisan demands to the side and pay the troops. And here are the indisputable facts of this shutdown. Republicans want to pay the troops, and we have shown that with our actions and our votes now 9 times. And the Democrats want to use them as hostages to extort $1.5 trillion in new unserious partisan spending that we just won't go along with. We won't sell out the long-term security and future of the United States so that Chuck Schumer can prevent a primary challenge from his left wing. We will not be a part of that nonsense. And until Schumer and the left wing of his party are satisfied enough that the pain this shutdown has caused has reached a limit that they're satisfied with, then Republicans are going to stand here every single day, and we're going to continue to deliver the simple facts directly to the American people. Now, today we brought in some.
I love it. Stand strong. Trump's not going to back down from these idiots. You know what I mean? Yeah, the pay is small, especially when I was in, until I ranked up. I didn't know that. I didn't know the pay was small, Jenny. I didn't know that. That'd be even worse if you have a young family. Yeah. I mean, when I was in, it was, you know, when back in the 90s, I was getting paid pretty good. My purchasing power was a lot better back then. But I didn't know that, Jen. I didn't realize that. But yeah, we can't bend the knee to these idiots, man. Because again, these people are not serious. Democrats are not serious. Democrats can't govern. Okay? I've told you guys this. Every blue city, you see how they run amok, how the crime is crazy, the illegal immigration, the sanctuary cities, the drugs on the streets, everything. These people can't govern. So why in the hell are we going to listen to you on the federal level? We did this for 4 years. We don't want no more of this. And here they go, having a tantrum because they can't get their way, their power and control. And I was single then. Damn. That's not surprising. Let's do a spin for 265 and let's see who can win. Trent. All right, I want to show you one thing I saw on Fox today. That's why I have zero empathy when McDonald's workers are yelling for $15 to $20 an hour. Our military and EMS don't even get that. Yeah. Well, again, they don't. People that want $15 to $20 an hour, they just don't understand how capitalism works. They don't understand the free market. They don't. They're so stupid. The people that are paying, that are low skilled level, that want high pay, they want more pay than their skill level. They don't realize that they're low pay, because that's why they're getting it, because they're a low skill level. When you raise the labor cost, then that means the prices of the things that you buy every day goes up. But these people are idiots. Again, when you're socialist and you want handouts and you want the quote unquote billionaires and rich to suffer and pay their fair share, they have no idea how the economy and capitalism works. They're stupid. Trent, Drizzle. Good game, Trent. You are 100% correct, Jen. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Can I have more pay, though? You won a couple of times, Trent. Congrats, Trent, no doubt. I saw a fascinating piece on Fox today. Trump State Department revokes visas over negative Charlie Kirk comments. This was fascinating. Let's check this out and let's see what Trump has to say about this. I love this.
I stand here with tears and just humbled heart and spirit, because his story reminds us all that to live free is the greatest gift, but to die free is the greatest victory. Happy birthday, my Charlie. Happy Freedom Day.
Erica Kirk with a powerful tribute to her late husband, Charlie. She accepted the Presidential Medal of Freedom on his behalf yesterday. And meanwhile, the State Department is taking action to push back on left-wing violence and hate, the kind that cost Charlie Kirk his life. The department revoked the visas of at least 6 people over vile comments that were made on his assassination. The department said in a statement, quote, "The United States has no obligation to host foreigners who wish death on Americans. The State Department continues to identify visa holders who celebrated the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk," end of quote. The department also posted some examples. When fascists die, Democrats don't complain. Kirk, who died too late. There are people who deserve to die. There are people who would make the world better off dead. President Trump also called out left-wing violence in his speech.
We've watched legions of far-left radicals resort to desperate acts of violence and terror because they know that their ideas and arguments are persuading no one. They know that they're failing. They have the devil's ideology, and they're failing, and they know it. They feel it, and they become violent. They seem to become very violent on the left.
President Trump also referenced several other incidents as well, such as the 2 assassination attempts against him, threats to conservative justices, and the anti-ICE shooting in Dallas. We're scrolling it. In Focus now, Ben Ferguson, host of the Ben Ferguson Show. Ben, it is disgusting that there are enough to scroll.
There's enough to scroll, and I think we're at a pivotal point right now in this country where Democrats need to understand that they have to stop advocating, supporting, and normalizing this type of violent rhetoric and behavior. They have not learned from Charlie Kirk's assassination. We've seen it with what they've been saying about the president and the government shutdown. We've seen it how they're defending these pages that dox ICE agents. They're losing their mind yesterday because one of those pages on Facebook was taken down. They're like, well, this is the president being a dictator and a tyrant, and this is him going against free speech. You have the right to say something. You also have the right to be held accountable for it. You look at the people they just expelled from this country, and there are people like, well, this is what dictators and tyrants do. No, no, no. It is a privilege to come into the United States of America and to have a visa. And if you want to come into this country and you want to hate America and you're advocating for violence against any American, I want to be clear, whether it's Nancy Pelosi or Donald Trump or AOC, you don't get that privilege. You're not an American citizen. We're not going to keep you in this country, is what the president said, if you're actively advocating for the destruction and the death.
Look at all that stuff scrolling. All that stuff, politically motivated violence is 2022. What do they have for conservatives, ladies and gentlemen? January 6th. Or they'll throw in some Proud Boy stuff. But they'll tell you with a straight face, that conservatives are the ones that are doing political violence. With a straight face. God, these people make me sick.
Of either the country or American citizens. So I'm glad that they're revoking these visas. I think they should do more. I think they should be looking at college campuses where so much of this is festered in the hate towards Jewish people, towards conservatives, and towards the President of the United States of America. You don't get to come to this country as a privileged guest and then act this way.
Yeah, I mean, it's about being a sovereign nation.
Yes.
Yeah, that sovereignty doesn't just stop at the border. It's all over the United States where you threaten American citizens. You can go anywhere.
Sure.
You just can't stay here. All right. Jay Jones, Virginia Democrat candidate for Attorney General, is facing his own political violence scandal over those.
Yeah. So there's some other stuff going on too, but it's getting late. It's just these people are, again, Democrats. The word Democrat today in 2025 is a hypocrite. That's just what they are. And they're broken. The Democrat Party is broken up into two factions, idiots and actors, and some people in between. And that's what they are. So that's the end of the show today, guys. That's all the blocks. Thank you so much for coming in. Now we're going to do our last portion of the show is the all or nothing game. This is a bribe to say, hey, thank you guys for being here. Get you to stay to the end. And I'm going to give away some sats, some more sats. Jen, at my work, our CEOs make 302,000 times more than me. Wow. Damn. That's not surprising at all. Jen, damn, you know a lot of dirt, for real. I'm about capitalism to agree, but like that, right? That's crazy. So yeah, let's do the all or nothing. We're gonna do 1,000 sat spin here for 5 winners, and then we're gonna call it a night. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. We had some other stuff too. Some conservatives were in a group chat, and they were caught saying some racist stuff. And now the Democrats, of course, you need to denounce it and blah blah blah. But they wouldn't denounce homeboy. Jay Jones from who's running for AG, by the way, and the top cop in Virginia, but they don't, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Yes. Thanks, Jerry. Had hard to argue with the other side. Tough to change their mind. I know, man. Again, this is why we gotta take the cerebral approach and just leave the people with TDS and the far left loony progressives alone, because you're just not going to change their mind. You're just not. But you got to take the moderate, sane Democrat. Again, that's hard to say in the same sentence. And to get them to come back to the middle. You don't have to be a Republican or conservative. I'm not a Republican. But come back to common sense. I sit back and observe and listen. Loving the stream. Thank you, Backpacker. Appreciate you, brother. Big shoots, exactly. Jen, very smart of you. Absolutely. All right, this is the all or nothing game, Jenny. It's Wednesday, October 15, 2025. It's going to be 5 winners. And there's 5 1,000 sat you can land on today. Here's how the game works. I'm going to spin the wheel. If it lands on your name, you got 2 choices. You can keep your 100 sats because that's what you win, and say, I'll take my ball and go home. Or you say, I want to go for it all. All is 1,000 Satoshis. If you spin it and you don't get that, you get nothing. Hence, all or nothing. And those 100 or 2 or whatever sats that you have accumulated roll over to the next person. All right? So good luck to player 1 on this Wednesday, October 15th, 2025, in the all or nothing game. Let's see what player 1 is going to do when it lands on you. Vic shoots, it looks like. Vic. Vic shoots. You got 100 Satoshi, sir. What would you like to do with those? Jen, very smart of you, yes. Arguing with the left is like talking to a pet rock. Yeah, talking to a wall. Spin or keep, Vic. Vic. We got 21 in the chat. I like that number. Vic. Good game, Vic. Robin told me he loved me today in his live. I said, "Hey, Robin." He said, "Jerry loves freedom." He said, "I gotta admit, I love Jerry." I love you too, man. Vic, congratulations. Good game, Vic. Yeah, check out Robin's stream, man. He's doing a good job. He's not like me. He talks all Bitcoin. And he sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's my man. Fanny says, gang, gang. Yes. He did. Congrats. Yeah, I'll give Vic a minute. He's cooking right now. He's doing some stuff. But he's here, though. We know he's here. Nice. Yeah. Congratulations, brother. You got 100 sats. You want to go for it or you want to keep them? You want to go for the 1,000? Why do I think of Satman every time you say Robin? Satman sidekick. Oh, wait, that was Batman, huh? Yes. Yes, it was. Keep from my boys, no doubt. 50 apiece. Congratulations, player 1. You're the winner of 100 sats. Player 2 is on you. Neo the 1. Quinn, Lauren says hello to you, Quinn. Quinny, if you're still here, honey. Lauren says hello. Yeah, man. It drives you crazy, man, when you look at what's going on. Oh, Jenny, I just saw this. Wow, Jenny. Sheesh. Wow, that was fast, Jenny. Very fast. Neo the 1. Spin or keep. Good game, Neo. Good job, Neo. Yes. The one and only 1. Keep. All right. Neo, 100. We got 2 winners already. Neo the 1. Congratulations. Neo, congratulations. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Jerry the accountant hates this game. But Fanny checked him these last couple of days. Fanny really checked Jerry the accountant. Fanny, I appreciate it. Neo the 1. Did you just congratulate yourself? Sounded like it. That was my goal for the year. Wow. So you're way, way ahead of the game. Jenny doing Jenny things. No. She if she wants to tell, I'll let her tell. Love the self-confidence, Neo. LMAO. Good game. Yeah. Sin. Lauren Stern. Something like that. Yep. Very proud of you, Jenny. Especially you being in Bitcoin, the amount of time. Wow. That's incredible, Jenny. Congratulations on that. Very, 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 very nice of you. Yeah, you done passed me up, Jenny. Player 3. Let's see what you got to say. Yes, Sin, I sure did. LOL. Lauren Stern, I sold my sats for Casper. Sold all my sats for Casper. Self-confidence or split personality? Joe for the score. Now, Joe is definitely not here. Ha. Joe's not here. I say that before he can come in. I was showing the Fanny Packer, the Packer family my phone yesterday and showing them, because I have videos on my channel that I record on my phone, but I also have bloopers on my phone, things that I don't show on the channel. And I was showing some stuff. I had a Rajad and Jor and stuff I had from the conference. We were laughing about that last night. Actually, stuff I forgot about. So let's just say this year's Las Vegas Reels bloopers was going to be nothing compared to 2026. 2026 Las Vegas conference is going to be lit-y, okay? Trent will be proud, Jen, LOL. That Casper is a sweet price. It is. Trent, so I got a really good deal. What you're saying? Yes. All right, Joe for the score is not here. Sure, he's not here. So let me take him off. I'll take Iron Dog off too. Let's see where Iron Dog is. My man, dog. My dog, Iron Dog. My dog. Let's see, Arnie. All right. Player 3, let's do it again. Good game, George. Trent would be, yes. Really good deal. Casper has been ghosting me. Casper has been ghosting me. I see you. Jen said, he's in the shower. I do know that, Jenny. He's always in the shower. Yeah, I think I'm going to get up tomorrow. And sell this. Hopefully we got $53 price. And hopefully it gives me like $54, $55 because this is, this is a sovereign coin. This is an Australia kookaburra, Dean. I got a silver coin that I found in the house just laying around. I said, damn, okay. All right, so let's get some sats for that. Let's see how many sats we get tomorrow. I mean, if I did it today, let's see how many sats. What if 53 sats get me? Bitcoin buy $53. It would get me today, us, 47,563 sats for one coin. 47,000 for one coin. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that. We're gonna do that. ISO, is he not here? Ice, baby. Do. Good game, ISO. And get some more sats. Exactly. I'll give you 1850 sat for 1858 sats for. It's a good deal. I think eventually it'll catch up. Very nice, Perthman. Yeah. I used to love those, man. Kookaburras are one of my favorite. Australia. I'll give you 1859, Jenny says. Nice price to do it to both for silver and BTC. Yeah. But the thing is, man, if I knew because I misplaced this. If I would have sold this with the other stuff in 2023, Bitcoin was 30-something thousand back then. And I would have got probably $27 for this. You know how many sats I would have got for $27? A lot. Let's see. Let's do the math. Let's just say Bitcoin was 35,000. 1 divided by 35,000. I would have got 2,857 sats for $1 times. Let's see, I got 27. I would have got 771,000 sats. I think. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I would have got 77,142 sats versus 40-something thousand sats. So I would have got almost double. I'm here. Hi. I'll give you 1845. Hey, that's a little better. I like it, Cindy. Cindy's a wrong way. Keep, please. No doubt. Ice, baby. Do. 3 winners. Player 1, 2, and 3. Keep, please, Jerry. This Vegas game is boring. Yes. Jen, price against Bitcoin, right way, ma'am. Yes, it is. I offered up 1859. Player 4, you want more? Let's do it. Jen, those sats will do better than the price of that silver. It will. Vic, you're the winner, sir. Jen Diesel, I win. Vic, you're the winner, sir. For his second win of the All or Nothing. Vic shoots again, yes. Congrats, man. Starting to get hungry. Good game, Vic. Vic, now the boys get 100 apiece. Yeah, there you go. Good point, son. But you got to be here, though, Vic. I give Vic a minute because he's cooking. He's got his hands full. He's Mr. Dad. So he's doing his thing. I just give him to him, but I know he's here. Good game. Vic, bang, bang. A boom, baby. Vic, bang, boom. Oh, my goodness. Ooh, fell a little behind. Sorry, folks. Yeah, Joe, you just won and I took you off the wheel. Let me put you back on. Joe, let's go. Put Iron Dog on here. Congratulations. Yeah. I'm guessing you're keeping. Yep, Vic Shoots is keeping. It's 200, one each, sir. Just like Sin Diesel said. Player 5, keep from my boys. Yep. Dokes, that Canadian, eh? Yeah. Player 5, let's stay alive. Final player from the Himalaya. See what happens. Look at George just coming in. Look at George. No, George. Kramer, Cryptomania guy. If you're here, you got 100 units of the hardest money in the world, sir. Just for sticking around to the end and listening to me for 3 hours, which is a not easy thing to do, by the way. I'm not discounting that at all. Cryptomania guy, CMG. No, not Jor. LOL. Yes, good game, Cryptomania. The crypto guy. Yes, he's here. Thanks, everyone. I will keep. Thanks. No doubt, brother. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. But before you head out, because this is when everybody leaves, Crypto Mania guy, you got 100. 5 winners. I don't think we've ever done that. Nobody gambled tonight. The most boring all or nothing ever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's the first time that's ever happened. That everybody just said, I'll just take them. I'll just take them. But this ain't the first time we've seen this here, though. The troll. D'Angelo passed away, and people are playing the song Brown Sugar everywhere. Jerry heard the song and started to carry a glass of milk because he thought someone was making a cake or cookies. He said, huh. Rest in peace to D'Angelo, man. I know, boring, right? Hourly perks, we got 897 sats at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Spin that shit. Oh, boy. Yeah, saying he's a fool, ain't he? We're at 37 trillion in debt, guys, and it's a big deal. It's just looking like numbers now. Millions, billions, trillions, gazillions. What's the difference? Actually, Jerry, do you want to do the battle royal before you end with my 100 sats? Whoever is the last one can keep my 100 sats just for fun, and it cleans the wheel? Just for a test? Not tonight, brother. Because that'll take too long just for 100 sats. But I appreciate the offer, though, man. But I would definitely consider that because it's late right now, brother. That'll take a long time. But thank you, though, man. I appreciate the offer. That is a good idea. Joe, are you going to remain 88 sats radio even though your new home will be named 88 sats? Okay. It's okay next time. Yeah, no doubt, Crypto. And I appreciate that offer, man. What kind of coin is that, Crypto? And that was very kind of you to give away your sats, too. What kind of coin is that, Crypto? My 5-year-old. Bitcoin is freedom. Wow. He learned it from his daddy. Guys, we got a spending problem here in the United States of America. I can't speak for another country. I'm going to speak for mine, though. We're spending, as this says, $7.4 trillion so far. And we're only making 5.5. Can you make that make sense? I can't. Not sure yet, Lauren. That's why we're in debt. My profile pic is just the official a-hole coin, like I am an a-hole, LOL. Oh, okay. Still transitioning, yeah. We got a spending problem, man. And anybody tells you that Bitcoin is not political, they're not paying attention. I know people don't like politics. I know we don't like red and blue. I know we don't like voting. We think it's a waste of time and all this other stuff. I get it. I understand. But ever since 2015, when that man we call Donald Trump, and I was talking to Backpacker and Fanny about this yesterday, that is going to be a big void, a big void to fill when that man leaves. We don't understand how lucky we are to have this man as our president. Okay? I'm just telling you, man, we've never seen a guy like this, man. The national debt clock is actually Jerry's weight. It keep going up, he says. So I'm 37 trillion pounds, apparently. Now I know what transformers feel like. Oh, boy. Crypto Mania, that currency is definitely inflationary. LOL. Sin. Yes, Sin's a fool. It is inflationary. Well, we've never seen a wrecking ball like Donald Trump, man. And when he's gone, let's just say the political map or the landscape is going to change. But it ain't about Republicans and Democrats anymore, man. It's not. It's about good versus evil now. And when we seen the great Charlie Kirk pass away a month and some change ago, we find out who the evildoers are. And it was sad. Jordan must be drunk, typing everything, LOL. It must be, it's sad, man, to see that. So we got to fight against that. And speaking of Mr. Trump, President Trump, the greatest president in my lifetime, I would tell him, I go, look, Mr. Trump, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, sir. Can I talk to you for a minute? Let me come over here. Let me talk to you. Can I talk to you by yourself? He said, sure. I said, you see this debt right here? It's crazy. Yeah, I know. I know you want to expand. I know you want to grow. Drunk on a Wednesday, come on. I know you want to grow your way out of debt, but it's not going to work, sir. With all due respect. He said, well, why is that? I said, well, the money's broken. And you can't pay a broken system with broken money. That doesn't make any sense, does it? He said, well, tell me more. I said, sure. This system is on his last leg. And it just so happens that you're here right now, sir. And they're going to blame you. And remember how you're complaining about the Nobel Peace Prize? And even though you stopped 8 wars, major conflicts in maybe, hopefully solved the Hamas Palestinian conflict that's been going on for hundreds, thousands of years, you still didn't get a Nobel Peace Prize. But I tell you what I can get for you. I can get you a spot on that Mount Everest up there with the rest of them boys. Well, how are you going to do that, Jerry? Simple. You got to break the system. You got to change it and start a new system. He's going to say, can you tell me about it? Sure. This new system is scarce. This money and its technology. It's scarce. It's uninflatable. He's going to say, really? I'm going to say, yeah. It's portable. The money we have now is portable, but it's really portable. Fast as lightning, sir, Mr. President. It's durable because it's digital. It's international, Mr. President. It's money of the people, for the people, by the people. It's fungible. It's divisible to the nth degree. He says, really? I said, yeah, I'll show you. It's verifiable in supply, so nobody can say you're lying or doing this or that. You can show everybody that Mr. Trump has your supply of money. It's decentralized, just like you, Donald Trump. You're decentralized. Can't nobody stop you. And unconfiscatable, which means, like you, President Trump, it's unstoppable. And, sir, if you do this, if you put this money on the balance sheet, I think you got a little bit of it, but we'll say that in a minute. And make sure that executive order that you already done not only stop the bleeding like you did in early this year in March, I think March 6th, I believe was, but we can have it legislated, pulled up to the Congress, to the House and the Senate, and back to your desk, sir, with your name, not only on the executive order, but on the law of the new money. And if you do this, sir, we can break this system, pay off the national debt, stop inflation. Yes, sir, you heard me right. And yes, I said it, stop inflation. But make this country, like you always want to do, great again. If we fix the money, we will fix the world. And you are the leader, sir. All those leaders behind you the other day, when you stopped the conflict, that was a great thing. Don't get me wrong, but nothing's greater than fixing the money. And if I had to take a guess, Mr. Trump, I'm pretty sure you already know what that is, sir. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. Thank you guys for being here so much. We'll be back tomorrow on a Thursday. We'll see what happens. Same time, same bat channel. Have a great night. Kiss your loved ones. Enjoy yourself. Thank you guys so much for being here with me this long. We'll see you tomorrow. And until then, and as you guys know, I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.